are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? I've got the wrong background on my picture today. That might be better. Northcrest Capital. Have you ever heard of that one before? Well, it's a bit of a strange one, and we'll have a close look at that. I'll just check my setup is correct, and of course it's not. We will have a few interruptions along the way. I've got some stuff planned in the background, but in the meantime, what I'd like to do is just, I've got the right picture, so we don't need to worry about that. I'm a bit of a rush today. We've got a few things happening over the next few weeks, which I'm trying to get myself set up for. And that's why we're a bit all over the place. So this is the opportunity we're going to be looking at today. And it's called Northcrest Capital. You may not have heard of it, but you would have heard of it because they've rebranded it up to 10 times at the moment. I'm going to have a deeper look at that. Before we get started today, I want to show you what's going to happen on the agenda, because if you go to dheck.com and you go to my YouTube channel, go to my live section, you'll see that I've actually got 5 lives all ready to go. And that means every one of those lives, if you go into the description of those lives, you can actually find a link to a blog that explains what all these lives are going to be about. So on Friday, we will actually be doing the Onyx Reserve. Now, they have actually come back and given us a reply to our right of reply. Unfortunately, they haven't really answered any of the questions that we've asked, and it's really interesting to see how these companies actually, avoid the obvious question. Are you running a Ponzi scheme? Is the question I want to ask them, but they will come back and say we are trading under this license and that license, but they don't tell you and give you any proof of anything they're doing. So it's interesting to listen to that. We've also got True Money Mike. We've had a breakdown of his trading abilities and find that he's using techniques which seem to be in 2005 for day trading. And we've also got a great analogy on that, because he hasn't actually proved that he can trade, because all of the trading analysis that he's doing is from historical trades, not predicting trades and telling you the outcome, which is sort of ironic. Anyone can do that. I think even I can. The other one is Novacast IP television. This morning I sent out 300 emails, still got 400 or 500 emails to go, but we've sent out emails to all the people that are involved in Novacast IP TV because it's an illegal activity. We've actually contacted the lawyer who they claim is giving it the thumbs up, and he doesn't even know anything about Novacast TV at all. So we've asked him to put a letter out to explain what he can, but he's quite an old lawyer. I think they've just picked a random lawyer who was involved in the broadcasting TV a long time ago. So I wouldn't even mind betting that we don't get a written reply for a long time. But in the meantime, it's too good to be true. It doesn't make any sense. And if you use common sense, you wouldn't be promoting it. Right, now Tommy, I can't even say Burkhalter, is a guy that's just been sentenced for 20 years, the maximum sentence that he was allowed to get sentenced for running a $380 million Ponzi scheme. We're going to document that because a lot of people are looking at the $380 million and likening that to Christopher Delgado and Goliath Ventures. But we want to make people sure that he was only allowed to get sentenced up to 20 years. He got the maximum penalty. Christopher's facing 50 years. He's pleaded guilty, which means that he could potentially get 50 years. So we're not really comparing apples with apples, but people have been comparing apples with apples, so we thought we'd have a look at that. And then a blog that I've just finished off is Jonathan Mason. Now, Jonathan Mason's been busy in the courtroom trying to declare his innocence, and it's absolutely batshit crazy. So I've just put together a blog, and I've literally pressed go just before I went live. I've been writing this blog for a few days. But if you go in here, you can actually see me serving drinks at what I wanted to make look like, what do they call London House, I should say. We've even got a song, and we've got all the court documents that he's been filing. So if you're a bit of a novice and you don't know how to grab those court documents, we actually have Avengers that have Pacer accounts and actually pay for that out of their own dime, and they provide us a lot of the court documents. But in here, we've provided all those court documents and all the correspondence from the federal case that he's been named in, right through to every part of his court case. So every time he's filed something to the courts, we have been cross-referenced with what we know, and it's actually a really interesting story. So we're going to be doing this blog next Friday, which is actually quite exciting. All right, so hello Danny, AAA, Barb, NB, nice to see you here, and obviously Nev Lockdown. Didn't get a chance to really say good day to you yesterday, mate, so really sorry about that. I know you had a day off, you're probably back at work now. You said something about looking after a baby, which I thought was quite novel. I haven't looked after a baby ever. I've looked after my dog, but that's about it. So nice to see you here, and we do want the maximum sentence. So we'll build up a bit of an audience. So I'm in two minds, because in 7 minutes time we are probably going to be able to get into a meeting. I've had a few of these what did we call it, Zoom meetings open overnight, and I haven't had a chance to refresh my computer, so I might just go in here and refresh a couple of these, and we might just have a wee look around before we actually do our broadcast on this new blog. So we did have something happening here. What did we have here originally? This was Signal, which operates late at night. So that was actually 12 hours ago, that one. So it's good to see. It's good to keep an eye. MHT Recovery. That will be a health product that somebody's trying to sell as multi-level marketing. So I'll make that one come back again. And what else we got here? Signals. I must have opened this window up. I thought I was doing something wrong the other day. I think we've actually got we have. We've got the gold one here open multiple times. So we might just, we'll shut down some of these ones that we've doubled up on. I think that one's doubled up as well. Well, I must have fallen asleep on the enter button when I pressed that, because we've obviously been in there a few times. I've done that one already. Don't know about that one. And Scotty, we've got him in the air at the moment, so that's quite good. So we've got a few. But what we might do is just go to the Avenger chat and just make sure that there's got it, and I am live. Alrighty, and let's see what else we've got for you today. I'm trying to think of any announcements that's come in. It's quite funny reading some of these emails from the people that we have been emailing, because the ironic part of it is that they are claiming that they haven't had any they are claiming that they are not promoting what do you call it? They are claiming that they are not promoting Novacast TV, and they just signed up. Hold on, I'm just gonna get myself logged back into something. Won't be a second there, my friends. So it seems like anyone that's been promoting Novacast TV doesn't even know they're on the system. They're a bit perplexed on how we actually got their details, and they are sort of stating that they are what you call innocent bystander, which is quite a hard case. So we'll have a look at that. I'll just get rid of some of the stuff that I'm getting the screen. So if you are on WhatsApp, I'm back on WhatsApp again. Go up and down on WhatsApp all the time. I don't know what this one here is, so we're just going to go in here and log into that, and we'll have a bit of fun and see what we can do. Let's go LinkedIn workshop. That was a really good one, actually. I just got the other day. So if you want to give us stuff to help us, go to my contact page on dehick.com, and you go down to Zoom Patrol. And when you get to Zoom Patrol, you can actually provide us links to Zoom meetings that you believe are running Ponzi schemes or scams, and we'll literally investigate those until we find out whether they are or aren't. And but you can give us that type of information anonymously. You don't actually need to do anything clever with it. That's cool. Now I'm just going to cut and paste. Bob's having a good old time. What else could I show you? I don't know if we showed you. Oh, we might have. We did. We actually had a listen to Bob's recording yesterday, didn't we? So yeah. So let's just give me a minute. We'll get ourselves organised here. I just think that in about 5 minutes, 3 minutes time, we're going to have a bit of fun. So we might as well wait. Hello, Velvet. Lovely to see you here in the chat room. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are always here supporting us, which is actually fantastic. Have I missed anyone in the chat room? Who's Barb? I see you here quite a lot, and I have a feeling that I know you, but I don't. But I think I do. So if you ever need to contact me, do reach out to me on Signal. I've just got somebody else reached out to me on Signal. I get a lot of people reaching out to me, which is really, really nice. I'm just going to have a quick look on our... I haven't seen Jelly Snack for a while. Jelly Snack. I'm just going to have a look at our IPTVs and see if there's anything. Oh, where's all the links? Where is all the links? That's really interesting. Synchronize. Oh, I see. Open on your phone. Oh, I see. That's what I haven't done. I've got to open up Mac. Okay, save. I'll see what I've done. Link device, and that should be right. Just getting all that going again. Have a bit of fun, as they say. Synchronize older messages. There we go. Right, we're away again. Alrighty, let's have some fun in here for a bit. Let's go boomerang. Now, interesting enough, we did actually have an announcement coming last night. If we go to my YouTube channel, and if you go to post, you can come down here and see something that you might actually laugh at. So let me read it to you before we get started. And while we're reading it to us, we'll show you the pictures of Shavez's wedding. Yes, you heard it here first.
Shavez Ahmed Siddiqui just got married, but the investigation hasn't taken a honeymoon. Congratulations appear to be in order for Shavez Ahmed Siddiqui. These photographs were recently supplied to me by a confidential source as part of my continuing investigation into Shavez and the network surrounding 3FO, AI, Liquid Pay and WAAS. According to the information supplied with the photographs, Shavez married Nishat Bano, who now appears online as Nishat Siddiqui. My source says the wedding took place at the Aroha Hotel in Narayana, New Delhi. One of the photographs is particularly interesting because it visibly carries the Instagram tag out of Devoiled, an account my investigation has already associated with Shavez. Now, before somebody inevitably tells me to leave the poor man alone, he just got married. The wedding itself isn't the story. The network is. I've been following Shavez because of his involvement in a succession of money-making ventures, and because of his previous association with Sam Lee and the Hypertech Hyperverse network. Now we have 3FO, AI. My recent investigation examined its pre-launch marketing, MLM compensation structure and the extraordinary financial propositions being presented to prospective participants. So when new information reaches me showing where people in these networks are appearing, who they're associating with and how their public lives intersect with the businesses I'm investigating, I document it. These photographs don't prove where anybody's money came from, and I'm not going to pretend they do, but they do add another piece to a much larger OSINT investigation that has been developing for years. And that's why I keep the receipts. Enjoy the honeymoon. Shavez, when you get back, I still have plenty of questions about 3FO, AI.
Oh, I wonder if that's her. I think she's too pretty for him. Could be him though. Anyway, we've got some good news happening here in a minute. So we're just going to do some stuff to get that going. What I'm going to do is just go back to here. That's what I'll do. I was trying to figure a way to get off the screen. Don't want to see my username, but I can see something action about to happen. Are you ready, Bob? Are you ready? That is interesting. Okay, we are getting some action here. We have a bit of fun with Novacast TV if we have our wicked way. We'll just start. I might just get rid of a couple of windows that aren't going to be serving us any purpose, but I will keep a few other windows open. What I did was managed to double up on all my connections, which are absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, I have done that. Maybe I should just shut them down and reopen them all. I might do that because it might just cause a lot less grief. HR recovery, global camping recovery, global camping. I've literally opened up more than enough windows. Yeah, let's have a look. Allow. Right, we're looking like we're all ready to rock and roll. Alrighty, looking good. So no doubt we've got our stalkers in the chat room, checking our online presence before they go live, so that we can. But today should be really interesting because we sent out 300 emails, so I'm sure everyone's in a bit of a panic. And rightfully so, especially when they have been now known that there's another article out there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you that in a second. Host to join. That's interesting. Hold up, we'll just need to fix up a couple of things here, my friends, and then we can show you some funny stuff, and then we'll get into the normal show. That is really interesting. So they've renamed it. So they're probably trying to figure out how to do stuff, which is really, really hard code. Right, so let me get back to the screen here and I'll show you what we're doing. Alrighty, so what I did yesterday is I produced a new blog. And in the new vlog, we've got what we consider 8 key people that have been promoting this scam, and we've put them all in the photos. It's all done with AI, of course. And the idea of this here is to create awareness for people who think this is a legitimate opportunity. And if you come down here, you can actually read a very extensive blog and all the research that we have about it. So I've had people ringing me up saying, can I send them some information? I said, I just sent you an email. And in the email, I gave you a link to this blog that shows you all the information. So in one of the arguments is that there's a lawyer who has basically said it's good to go. So one of our vendors has contacted that lawyer, and the lawyer doesn't even know what he's talking about. So for a guy that doesn't know what it's talking about, now people go, can you get him to email us? And I'm going, well, that's going to be quite tricky, because the lawyer, I'm trying to find his link. The lawyer doesn't know anything about it, so he doesn't care about it. So it's just ridiculous. Now, I thought I linked that in the blog. I did, but why isn't it? Oh, at least I did. There it is. So you can go here. You can actually see his bar number. But what I'm getting at is this guy knows nothing about what we're talking about. So it's quite ironic, really. And suppose I could do the cool thing and actually ring them up while we're waiting for them to start the meeting, and just to see. Let's do that. Let's just ring their number. Oh, no, we're not. We're going live. Let's have a wee listen.
Good evening, everybody. Give us a wave. Let us know you're here. Thanks for joining us tonight.
I'm just going to leave the sound like that for a wee while. I've got my method.
Dano, please, no offense on removing your message. I just want to starve the beast, so I got rid of your message earlier. Give me a call if you want to reach out. But hello, everybody. Welcome to the call. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Alrighty.
Wherever you're joining us from. I have no idea what's in store for us, so it'll be as much of a surprise for me.
He's got a nice
tonight with Scotty B. Merker out of Louisville, Kentucky. Prospect, Kentucky, to be exact.
So yesterday, when we finished destroying this meeting, we literally had
upon us, if you like football, college football season,
46 people.
They're getting going. We have an amazing opportunity. One aspect of what we have here to share sports and movies and live television and series if you don't know. So we also have a support chat on Telegram. We have a regular main chat. I see your football, Martha. Sorry about that. If you heard sorry about that. We'll get you in here.
Okay,
let's see. It looks like we're gonna
play a game of cat and mouse for a wee while.
All right.
So we've got Hank here, who's a serial promoter.
Welcome in. We'll get you started here shortly.
And Hank has been a promoter.
Welcome all our friends and family and
transit card. And when I showed a video of him the other day, he's now asked
New Zealand and Europe,
New Zealand
and South America, Canada, Mexico. Welcome into the call tonight.
Welcome. Great to be here with everybody.
Enjoy the show.
Fiji. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start in just about a minute, guys. We've got a few more coming in. Summertime is almost over, at least as we have the business
They look a bit
summer, the
nervous.
business summer.
We'll get started here shortly, and then we'll do a open forum at the end if we have time, and go live on your videos. And
Okay.
yes, hang tight with us. We'll get started. And thank you for waiting as we were getting started here tonight.
We'll wait all day long for you, mate. So we ring up Scotty's lawyer while we're here, eh?
Okay.
All right, guys.
So let's go
Welcome
lawyer.
from Fiji.
Nice.
Somebody from
Hey,
Fiji.
you can be anywhere in the world as long as you have a U.S. address and credit card in the U.S. You can participate now. You can use the
Not for
service
long, 'cause
anywhere
we've
in the
reported
world
the payment
as
gateways,
well.
and they'll be shut down
So
soon.
there are a few options
Stripe.
that exist.
Yeah, we got a lot of aliases tonight. That's kind of fun. And also, if you're in New Zealand, you can use Novacast too. So that's pretty exciting too. Yeah, and we have we have channels all over the world. So
yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Yep. All right, so we're going to take a scrape.
Alrighty, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Hang tight. I'm going to put us in record mode.
Yeah.
All righty. All right, everybody. Hey, great evening. Welcome here on Tuesday, August 18th. August 18th. Well, for all of our sports fans out there, I know you got to be getting excited. If you're an NFL fan, you're able to start watching some preseason. And I know the main people are only usually playing like the first series or so, but they'll be playing a little bit more as they keep moving in. Now's the important time to kind of figure out who you're going to have on the team when it gets down to that all-important cut time. You want to have the best players you can have. And, of course, college starts just about in a week and a half. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday is week 0 of the college season. And there's quite a few games on that night. And then, of course, Labor Day weekend, which is a little bit later this year, will be the first full weekend for college football. And, of course, baseball fans, you guys are right in the thick of it. No question about it. Women's NBA, WNBA, is in full-blown, full effect right now. And talk about a league that has a lot going on. That league has a lot going on right now, but it's awesome to see some of the stars and more of these new stars that are emerging. That league is really taking on some personality. They've got a lot of amazing women players in there that are playing, and it's really making a lot of headway. And I love seeing that. And then, of course, we will have college basketball, NBA basketball, NHL, about early to middle of fall. That'll be kicking in gear. And of course, there's tennis and there's golf, there's Formula One racing, there's Indy racing,
and normally
there's
you
NASCAR.
pay like
I mean, there's just
$60
sports
a month
everywhere, sports
to get
everywhere.
Formula One
And
racing
that's just some of the
broadcasted.
main ones in the United States. Of course, you got all the
In New
collegiate
Zealand,
sports
you're
that are
not even
taking
allowed to
place that are
watch
maybe
Formula
not,
One racing
say,
broadcasted
football,
on
for
Facebook.
example.
These guys are
In
mental.
basketball, once that starts with men's and women's, and women's basketball, talk about a sport that has really caught on big time in college. And then women's volleyball, another sport that is absolutely catching on. A lot of people don't know it, but volleyball is one of the top 8 sports in the world. I think it's number 8 out of the top 10. And ping pong is one of the top 10 sports in the world. So thank Forrest Gump for that. I think it was big before him, just maybe not as big a sport here in the United States, but in some other parts of the world, it's massive. Another thing that's rising is esports, a lot more esports, and then also robot sports.
This is the
They
mental
already
thing
have
about these
robot
guys.
fighting, and they're working on other sports with
And Neil, I'm
robots as
trying to
well.
find you on
So, I mean,
Signal.
who knows what the future
name
holds,
did you
right?
sign
The one
up
thing we
under?
know is just like the entertainment industry, always evolving, always transforming.
Here you go.
If you can make a sport out of it and people want to watch it, they're going to make a sport out of it. It's crazy. There's so many sports. If you ever just kind of Google a list of all the sports, you'll be amazed. Or if you put it in Chat GPT or one of the AIs, pretty amazing how many different types of sports are out there. One of the reasons that's so important is because one of the best things about IPTV, and certainly one of the best things about the future of TV, Novacast, is that with all of the local channels and all of the international channels, it's pretty safe to say that if there's a sporting event televised somewhere in the world, most likely you'll have access to it on Novacast. And even if you're not a sports fan, probably 60 to 70% of the people you know, may not be your inner circle, but all the people you know, like if you see them, you recognize them, you know them, they know you. Statistically around the world, you're going to see about 70% of the people that either like or love sports. So it's a massive, massive market, a massive market. And I can tell you sports, the other great thing for what we're doing is sports is absolutely costing more and more money for families. Because if you're a young kid growing up, and most of us on here, not all, there's some of you guys on here are really young, but a lot of us are a little bit older. And if you remember back when we played sports, it was for a season, and that was it. It's rare that you played a sport all year long. They didn't have travel teams. There weren't travel leagues. You didn't have AAU teams or leagues for when most of us were younger. And if you did, it was just very sparse. There was not a lot of it.
Hey,
And
nice
if you played other sports, the seasons
Scotty,
were pretty much separate for the most part. Might be a little overlap, but a lot of people would play 2 or 3 sports, but you weren't playing
So
all year long.
Here
And so now,
telling
and I mean,
about
it's everything, and it's younger and younger and
everyone's
younger.
really excited about
And they got all
watching
these
TV.
analytics that are out there, and they're
If you want to sit there
analyzing
and
young
watch
kids. I
house
mean, really
races
young kids.
or
It's crazy
you
where
want to
the
watch
game is
grass
going.
grow,
But for
they've
parents,
got a channel for you.
it's becoming a lot more
And all
expensive.
you have to do is
You hear
find a
even where you
friend
got 2 parents that
and
are working
refer
and they
them
got a
to it.
couple kids, and if they're both involved in activities that are kind of year round, I mean, people, you got to travel
Absolutely
for
brilliant.
tournaments. You got to spend the money to travel. You got to spend money for equipment, spend money for to be on the teams and be in the leagues. And I mean, it's just money, 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 money.
Money, 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 money.
And so we have an answer that can help a lot of organizations, a lot of individuals inside of organizations. And we haven't even really scratched the surface with what we're going to be able to do yet. And, you know, my belief is that once we get the Nova Stick out here sometime, hopefully tomorrow or the next few days, certainly before the end of the week, hopefully we're ordering it so they get here as quick as possible. And when the rewards turn on and people can actually see that, you know, they say that seeing is believing, right?
Okay.
And there's nothing like being able to open up your rewards and be able to go in and show people what they can have access to. You can talk about it all day long, but there's not a word that'll come out of your mouth or my mouth that will equate to opening up your own rewards app and showing what is inside of it. And as we start going, guys, remember we do have the testimonial channel. And so obviously the primary testimonials are about Novacast. And by the way, thank you guys for putting those in there. Love some of the things. I think Ken was putting some in. I think it was Ken, maybe it was Jeff. I'm trying to remember now. That when they've just put some new customers on in the last week, and they sent a copy of the text of what the customer said about how excited they were about what was going on. Anyways, just know that we have something that is literally going to be on the tip of the fingertips for all of us to go out there.
Tip of the fingertips.
What I would like you guys to do, if you would, and then I want to dive into something here in just a minute. Well, matter of fact, I'm going to dive into this first, and then we'll come right back.
Okay, let's do it.
First thing I do want to talk about is because we all know that we're getting hit by a self-proclaimed guy that supposedly says he's doing really good. Anyways, hold on a second, guys.
This guy that's stopping you from clicking on the button right now, Scotty, is that the guy you're talking about? Self-proclaimed. Just took down a 425.
Self-proclaimed guy that's supposedly doing stuff. So a couple things, if you would, if you have anything that has been sent to you, if you can either take a screenshot of that, or if you could take a screenshot
of an email,
or copy and paste whatever you need to do, and just submit that in through support. Submit it in through support.
So support whether it was obviously managed by
or an email.
Scotty.
If you're getting phone calls, you could just type that in, what time they came in, and just submit that in. So that support has that.
What do you think happened to the last guy?
So it'd be great to do that. So when you take a look at this, guys, right here.
So what are you talking about?
What you see is what has taken place with streaming in relation to cable and satellite. Cable and satellite have been declining. Streaming has been increasing. And what you see is in 2024, they basically got even. They basically got even. And then what happened is last year, obviously, streaming passed it up.
He's got broken speech.
So what we're seeing happen here is there's no question that it is moving ahead, moving in that direction and moving ahead. And this is what we see taking place right now. This is happening very, very fast. There's no question. It's not vague.
Everything's happening very fast, and everything's
It's
happening in the future. In the future, never arrives.
100% moving in that direction. And then here's the other one. This was from Fortune magazine. Again, this article is in the Telegram channel, so you can just go back in and find that in there. Fortune magazine. It was just posted this week is when I first saw it. So it's less than a week old. Might have been the end of last week. I'm trying to remember. But this is something to look at. The entire article talks about IPTV. And so the question a lot of people have is they say, well, is IPTV legal? And yes, when you do it right, and no, when you do it wrong. Bottom line. If you're doing it wrong, it's illegal. If you're doing it right, it's illegal. And that's the difference in the two. Then? Well, our company is doing it right. And most of them are doing it right. Years ago, there were a lot more that were doing it illegal. But I think there's less and less of that going on these days. Goodness. I think they're kind of getting wise to the overall. Well, as the industry is evolving, technology is evolving, everything's evolving, and it's just starting to mature. But if you read the article, you'll see that. And I suggest you read it. I suggest you read all the articles that people post in there related to the industry. Having knowledge, not that you're ever going to have to recite it, but if it just comes up and somebody says, well, you know, is streaming really going to be that big? Is it really the future of TV? Yeah, look at, you know, show that little chart and say, here's the numbers. Matter of fact, in 2024, they went even. 2025, streaming outpaced both satellite and cable. You know, let them know that it outpaced both of those. And you can show them that little chart, show them this article, send it to them. Look at this. Here we are right now, 2026, projected to end at 109 billion.
So are we
2034 projected to end at 330 billion.
Vino wants to join us.
That's $221 billion. $221 billion. I mean, if we captured 5% of that, we'd be, what will we be? About a 10, almost 10, $11 billion company just in the United States. If we captured just 5% of that, what if we captured 1% of it? About a $2.21 billion company just in the United States. And probably sometime in the fourth quarter, I would imagine, based on what we've been told,
all right, so let's start
as long as everything works properly, this will be opening up. This will be opening up into other countries. And so these numbers here are just in the United States. Just in the United States.
First of all, we'll
and so what you start to see is you see that the market that we are in
people with cameras
is no question the right place to be. And where we are in this industry, where we are in this market is at a great time. Because we're coming in later, we're coming in with advanced technology, and we're coming in with understanding what you need to do to scale and build this all around the world. And we just happen to be coming in at a time where people are getting tired of all the bumps that are going on in other streaming services. People are getting tired of the bait and switch of
all the bumps.
Free TV as far as free from commercials. And now, well, guess what? You're going to have to watch commercials unless you want to pay more. If you want to pay more, then you may not have to watch commercials. May not have to watch commercials.
Oh, there we go.
So this is what's going on. This is where we are. This is where we're headed. It gives you an idea of what we have an opportunity to do if we go out there and do things that we for everybody to know. I think it's important for everybody to understand that this is the place to be. It's the right place to be. Oh, hold on one second, guys. Definitely the right place to be. No question about it. We have a situation where we have a lot of individual companies, a lot of individual companies out there that are one-to-manys, and they're working with the company. We have a lot of people on here that are talking to one-to-manys, and I know for most of them, not everybody, but for most of them, we're waiting till the fall, till after Labor Day weekend. A lot of them are schools, a lot of them are churches, a lot of them are
from me today. And I would thoroughly recommend that you cease and desist promoting Novacast TV because it's an illegal thing. And we're actually putting together a case for the federal government about people that are associated with this company, and that is you. If you don't know who I am, just go to dehek.com, and I'd recommend searching for your own name on my website, or even Google, and you'll find yourself being associated with this scam. They've publicly broadcasted your private details all over the internet. So I'd recommend doing that, and look forward to hearing from you. And I see that you've turned your camera off. Is that because you're watching? I'll send you a link so you can watch yourself.
The seasons, the bottom line is we have a season for what we do too. We have a season for what we do too. And we're coming into that season. When you look at home-based business in general, the two seasons are always the seasons from Labor Day to Thanksgiving, and from literally in the United States right after Super Bowl up until Memorial Day weekend. Those are the two seasons. Those are the times that you want to make hay. Like they say, make hay when the sun is shining. So we're literally just a few weeks away, guys. We're a few weeks away from Labor Day weekend being here. Excuse me. And then you can literally feel it. I want you to be aware of it on the Tuesday and Wednesday after Labor Day, whatever field of work you're in. Just notice, be aware, notice when you're talking with people, whether it's prospects, whether it's vendors, whether it's customers, just notice if you feel a different feel from them in how they're talking about business and their approach to business. It's the strangest thing. I've watched this for decades, and it absolutely is a definitive difference from before Labor Day to after Labor Day. It's literally like, it's almost like somebody has a wet blanket, and where we live, it's called humidity that they've got over top of you. And all of a sudden it's like Labor Day and they lift it up and you're like, fresh air. People are back into business mode, and it's an exciting time, So as a little preparation for that, you might have noticed if you were on last night, we've got a slide that I put together. Because people ask a lot, they say, well, are you, are you a charitable company? Are you a charity related company? Are you a network marketing company? Are you an affiliate marketing company? Are you a promotion company? Are you a benefit company? And the answer is yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes, we have marketing channels, vertical marketing channels from all of those, but we're not any of those companies. We're not. This is a new model. This has never been done the way this is being done.
Never been done before.
Every one of these verticals over there,
and they're giving away 50%
can be a focused vertical for marketing. The beautiful thing is when you talk to people normally in home-based business for the last 67 years, going back to 59, when they came in, there was pretty much one thing they're going to do. And that is they're going to make a list of people they know, and they're going to reach out and contact those people. They're going to approach them, ask them if they're open to evaluating a business or checking out a product or service. They're going to present that to them. And then they're either going to answer questions if they have questions and sign them up to be a customer, or sign them up to be an affiliate, and then teach and help them to do the same thing, to duplicate that process. And that's what they do. They've tried to make some of their businesses, their companies, their products or services work with a few of these, but they really don't work well. They're not really set up for that. And not only are they not set up for it as a product, probably the two that were closest to being set up for it as a product, which would have been Excel Telecommunications and Ambit, they didn't have a compensation plan, a rewards plan that was conducive for that.
Netflix has gone wrong.
And so I want to walk down these points here real quick, each one of the ones we have, and talk about it with churches and with charities. The way our plan is set up is they're going to get 20%, 20%, $9.99 on any personal subscriber that they enroll.
Linda Woods.
So as long as they're a subscriber only, not an affiliate, just a subscriber to that church or that charity, they're going to make 20%. Now, if some of them happen to upgrade, which could happen, it will happen. There'll be some. I don't think.
Hello, Linda Woods. Danny DeHeck is my name. I'm an investigative reporter doing a story at the moment on Novacast TV. Now, I don't know if you know this, but they're actually running an illegal multi-level marketing scam, and they're telling people it's all 100% improved, but it's not. We've rung up the lawyer who they say is backing it, and endorsing it, and he doesn't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'd recommend cease and desist promoting, and also your private details, your phone number, your name, your email address is all over the internet. If you search for your own names and put Novacast in the search results, you'll see that you're coming up all over the place because they don't care about your privacy, and we're just here to help you. So give us a yell back if you like, but stop promoting or being part of Novacast TV because there's a $75,000 fine, and we're helping endorse that. We're also putting a federal case together, and all the payment gateways are going to stop. So if it's going to fall over in a few weeks, you might as well stop now. Okay, what have we got now? So she's not the same.
Refers another friend who's a minister or a principal or head of a PTO refers another one, and they come down on the first level. As soon as the primary, the first one that you said, as soon as they have 2 subscribers, they're covered for 3 levels. And so they're not going to focus on getting affiliates. That's not their focus. Now, there might be a couple prosperity ministries that really focus on it, but it won't be the norm. Most of them won't.
After the ministry,
so they're covered. When you look at the second one, non-medical employee benefits, once again, any business owner that truly cares about their people, I can't imagine why they would say no to offering this. Now, whether the people take it or not, that's up to them. Doesn't really matter to the owner of the business.
No.
And
take that drink. Probably got a bit of bourbon.
If the owner of the business says, hey, I don't really like the idea of making money on my employees, which again,
making money,
got a couple options. Well, I tell you what, it's just the way that it works. So you got one of 2 things. One is you can put it in a little kitty and use it to make a little bit of a nicer year-end party. Maybe you want to have like something during, depending on the size of your company, of course. Maybe you want to do like a thing during the summer where you have a cookout and a potluck, and maybe you provide a little extra, maybe some nicer meat or some beverages, whatever. You know, there's always something you can do with it. You could donate it. Is there a charity? Is there a charity that your company supports as a company-related focus on a charity?
And why don't you let people speak about their experience rather than controlling the narrative? Wouldn't it be cool?
You can take it and donate it. So there's always something you can do.
Talk rather than you
but
just
I think
preaching.
a lot of
It's like
small to mid-sized
church,
business owners would gladly take the extra $9.99 for each subscriber that they get. But the only thing they're going to focus on, again, is going to be their own subscribers. And if they happen to refer somebody, well, guess what? Wow. If that person does something and they get some people to do something, they get some people to do something, as long as they have two subscribers, or even if the owner of the business becomes a subscriber themselves and use the same email address and gets one additional employee to sign up, they're still qualified for 3 levels. So even though it's not their focus, once you have business owners, guess what? They do business with other people. They've got vendors. They've got friends that are in their industry, friends that are entrepreneurs in other businesses. And so you can get referrals. And of course, the best thing to do would be to put them under the person who referred you, which was your business owner that's using it for non-medical employee benefits. Now, the next thing is a retail business customer appreciation program. Call it appreciation, gratitude, thankfulness, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. Scam?
I've been going in businesses my whole life. And I've probably gone into more small independent restaurants than most people just because of doing networking for 36 years. And we tend to go and eat a lot with people. And when you travel, you go to places. And I always like to say, hey, what are some of the little local places that you guys like to go to? I don't want to go to chains. I've got those at home, big deal. What's something that's like a little gem, a little hidden gem in your area?
What sort of stuff are you up to?
And they're everywhere. You guys saw the numbers, There's almost 1.5 million restaurants and independent small retail businesses just in the United States alone. And when we get overseas, hundreds of millions. So there's more than enough for everybody.
And look, they've got 800 affiliates at the moment.
The opportunity to do something that most likely
before they could promote
they have never done en masse. Everybody walks through that door. You can let them know that you're running Customer Appreciation Week, Customer Appreciation Month, Customer Appreciation Year. Call it what you want. Hey, we got a customer appreciation program going on. Anybody walks through our door, we're doing something special for them. We got a great opportunity for you here. It's something that you and your family and even extended family potentially can save anywhere from $200 to $300 on the low side to $400, $500, $600 on the high side each and every month. Check this out. Here's a QR code. You can take a look at that. Let us get you sat if you're at a restaurant or, hey, what can I help you find? What are you looking for today? Just our way of saying, thanks, you're coming here doing business with us, or at least considering doing business with us. They may not have even bought anything. And we just want to say thanks. We appreciate
So we're
you
actually
stopping in.
currently looking for anyone,
You know, our way
that
of giving
would like
back.
to,
And so there's an opportunity right there.
about their
Networkers, that's anybody who
experience.
does network marketing, right? Influencers, there's millions of them out there. And make no mistake,
Millions.
AI is starting to eat into what they're doing. Once again, one level. Now, they
Blah,
might
blah.
refer a few other networkers or a few other influencers, and they're going to have, again, as soon as they get 2 subscribers,
Everything's in
they're
the
good for
future,
3
but nothing's
levels.
happening, guys.
Networkers, of course, are the only one that will really focus on driving depth. Really the only one out of all these verticals that is going to focus on driving depth. And so that's anybody with a networking background, and anybody that hears about or knows, especially knows about. But even if they hear about what happened with Excel and they were familiar, and Ambit, and of course there were other ones. They're not the only ones. There's other ones that did really well too, just they were the 2 biggest. And so we're just doing the same thing they're doing. It's no different.
No different.
We're doing the same thing. We're just doing it with TV. There was a transition in their industry, and with that transition represented an opportunity to bring something and go in a new direction, and that's what they did. And they exploded. We've got transition going on right now.
Like
the industry is evolving. It's transforming right before our eyes, and we've got the ability to do that. So of all the things, and like you guys, we all get hit. There's a lot of stuff out there. I still say that there's nothing that I've personally seen that is easier and or reaches a larger number of people than TV, than what we have right here. Affiliate marketers normally do 2 or 3 levels. They get their own customers, and they'll get level 1, level 2 affiliate, usually sometimes level 3, but it's usually 2 levels more often than not. Sometimes it's even just 1 level. And so once again, obviously, as soon as they have 2 subscribers, they're good for 3 levels. Direct sales is usually just 1 level. That's people normally knocking door to door. They're doing direct sales. Now, technically, it's all kind of direct sales. Like if you want to focus only on churches, you want to focus only on high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, you want to focus only on restaurants, maybe you've got an area of expertise. Well, that's direct sales.
So
I mean, it's all kind of direct sales. But when we talk about direct sales here,
right? So
it's
now we
really
just need
more
to work
people
out
that
getting everyone out of the room. We've
knocking
got
on doors.
62 people here at
And
the
the main
moment.
thing that they're looking for is to build a
We've got
big
Peter.
one
Let's see if we can find
level,
Peter.
one level front line of subscribers and or of
Gibson.
affiliates if it's
Let's ring up Peter
businesses
and
they're
see if he
calling on.
wants to answer.
But that's their main focus. Now, obviously, if somebody comes in for that, we do want to teach them, hey, if you get a school, say you got a high school,
Peter to see if we
well,
can
they know other high schools, people that run other high schools. If you get an athletic department, that athletic director knows other athletic directors at other schools or universities or colleges. And so we do want to show them how they can network as well. So you see there's a little crossover in the networking, but it's where the main focus is. Promotions, people that do promotions. If you help companies put promotions together, what a great promotion. This is a great promotion. First off, it's a great promotion.
Yeah, g'day Peter. How you doing? Danny DeHick is my name. I'm just watching you live at the moment on watching a Novacast presentation. I don't know if you realise, but they're actually promoting an illegal activity, and you could be facing a $75,000 fine for participating. Your details are all over the internet, your phone number and your cell phone, your cell phone number and your email address. We're documenting everyone that's involved in this scam, and we're also reporting it to all the authorities. You should have received an email this morning from me directly warning you to cease and desist promoting this opportunity because it's only going to get you in trouble. And there's no separation of penalties by anyone that's participating in promoting copyrighted material. They don't have a streaming license. We've rung up the lawyer who they are saying has endorsed it, and that's a lie. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. And also we've published a blog with all our findings that you might want to check. But anyway, I'll see you back on the screen in a minute. I see you turned your camera on to listen to this message. That's good. Look forward to hearing from you. So there you go. Let's have a look. That's Peter. So we've got Peter's phone number.
If you have something.
Whoop, I've been removed. Oh no, what am I going to do?
Phone, although writing is the best thing to do. We're going to go through a quick little exercise, a quick little speed exercise.
Here we go.
Hang tight, guys. There we go.
Speed looks
We're going to go
nice.
through a quick little exercise, and we'll go through it pretty fast.
Here we go.
And so this is where you just literally, I'm going to say something. When it pops in your head, you just write it down. Okay.
Okay. 6.
So the very first thing that I'm going to mention, is
Predator.
Oh, hold on a second. Sorry.
Bottom feeder. You're on your phone.
Okay. Thanks. What I'd like you to write down is,
Let's bring up
do
Scotty.
you go to a church right now? And if you do, write down the name.
Scotty. Give him a
And
ring.
who is a person that you know best inside that church?
Jesus.
And do you know anybody else that's a decision maker with another church? Could be in your market, could be halfway around the country, could be one of your family members, could be a friend. Do you know somebody that's
Hello, Scotty. Hello, Scotty. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Nice. Yep. Oh well. Well, that's the show for today. So poor us. We've got no more entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, and that's just another disruption that we cause after 5 internet connections. And how long have we been doing this? Probably about 30 minutes. We got told off. There's some real easy ways to figure out how to stop us, but I'd love to tell you, but I don't want to make your life too easy, Hank. So that's us. Now, I don't know if there's anything else that we're going to actually stumble across at this time of day, but we will have a wee look at a few other dubious get rich quick, too good to be true money making opportunities. Now, hopefully about now, Bob's going to ring me up and we're going to still listen to that drone. But I tell you what, after listening to that drone for a wee while, it's actually getting to me a bit. Just saying. Yeah, so that's cool. So let's just go and log into a few of these other meetings. We're going to go back. We'll just go and log into these ones. We'll just see if we can stumble across some other thing to keep you excited. And that's good. Now, I wonder if that is, I don't think that is his wife. So we're looking for Chavez's wife. Oh my goodness, that looks scary. Oh yeah, don't know who that is. Oh, ta-da! Oh, she's important. Yeah, but what we found is Shavez Siddiqui has actually got married, and we've got his wedding photos, and we've also got his wife's new name, and we were told that she is active on Instagram, but she has to keep her account private because her husband's a scammer. But she probably doesn't know her husband's a scammer yet, so that's going to be quite exciting. I don't know if you've noticed this, Queen of Karma, but I'll show you in a second. I'm just going through some of these Instagram accounts that we opened up previously. Don't think it's going to be him. Don't think that's going to be him either. This could be her, but I don't think so. She's a little bit not quite the same. I don't think it's going to be that girl, but we did think it could possibly be this girl. Now, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't mind betting that is her. I'm not sure, but anyway, we can have a wee look through. What does she do? She's a IT student. Web Academy. Oh, it could be. Oh, there she is in a waterfall. Walking. But now we need to actually figure out whether it's the real coming velvet. Oh, was that not real coming? That doesn't do a wedding, is it? The reveal is coming. A first look, velvet, and by what's that? I wonder if that's it. Don't know. Just trying to see whether Chavez has got any information here. So what we're going to do is going to find a photo of her that gives us a good representation of her. What's that one there? Fabric House. Wedding. That is her. So she's looking for a wedding dress, right? And then we've got the wedding photos here. So we've got to see if, oh no, it doesn't look like, actually, I tell you what, that looks a lot like his sister. That might be his sister. Wonder where his wife is. That's meant to be her there. Now that, yeah, so somewhere along the line here, this is meant to be Chavez's wife. But I don't know. Is that, it's a bit of a coincidence that she's looking at wedding stuff. You know what I'm saying? And she's meant to be also in New Delhi. I think that was where he was. So if we get clever enough, we might stumble across. She's got big chubby lips and a bit of a pointy nose. And she's also got an earring on the side of her face there, which she looks like she's got some sort of ring around here. Don't really know how to explain it. But anyway, she has got a ring there, so she could have a nostril ring and put a big ring on. Oh, doing selfies. Alrighty. You've always got to be doing selfies, don't you? Oh, she's got a wee microphone there. So I don't know if it is her, but anyway, if you haven't been keeping up with current events, she's now living the dream and married to Shavez. But it would be funny to see Shavez in one of these. I've been to that flag. It's in New Delhi. It would be quite cool to actually have a picture of her and Shavez together. BMW. Oh, she hid the license plate in the first one, but not the second one. That's a bit dumb, isn't it? I don't even notice that. If you go back, right, she's hid the license plate number, right? And then when you go to the back of the car, she's put the license plate number in the front. There, look. That's a bit weird. So I don't know what she's trying to tell us here, but it would be fun to find Shavez, and then we'd know it definitely was her, but I don't know if it is her. Might not be. No, there is no easy way to make money besides finding yeah. So we did have somebody says do Metrotonics next. Probably already done that.
Do Metrotonics next with Jan the Man, Jan Gregory, lol.
Oh, now we have actually done Metrotonics. I'll actually have a look. We'll get rid of this lady and we'll get rid of that. If you come to my websites, I think we've actually already done Metrotonics. There it is, Metrotonics. Did a video about that.
Tomo, we know this guy,
and
companies.
If you go
Instead,
into
the investigation asks much
blog,
simpler questions. Does the evidence support the marketing?
And then we come here.
Throughout this article.
Yeah, so we did a whole article about Metrotonics. And there's Jan Gregory there. So yeah, good on you. Exactly what we have been talking about. We've even done a nice song. Have a listen.
Yeah. Another AI. Another promise.
Pretty cool.
Another dashboard.
That's right.
But where's the proof? Yeah.
Brand new website, first paint on the wall, talking hedge fund moves, but the paperwork small. Telegram bot say trust the machine. Whole thing polished, but I'm looking in between. Hong Kong address with 100 more names. Virtual office playing corporate games. Dashboard flashing numbers every minute. Question is, can anybody verify what's in it? 20 AI agents, maybe that's true. Show me the trades, don't just tell me they do. 4%, 20%, monthly they claim. I seen this movie, just a different name. Everybody yelling passive income. Everybody saying it's the new one. History whispers, I've heard that song. Truth don't care if the hype sounds strong. Show me the proof, show me the books. Not another website with professional looks. Show me the wallet, show me the trades. Not just another promise wrapped in AI claims. Everybody flex, everybody preach. Truth ain't measured by the speeches you teach. If it's real, then let the evidence talk. Until then, I'm just following the walk. Bradley Peak, public face on the stage. Cambridge graduate. Turn another page. Wisdom him say one thing.
All right, we're now ringing up the lawyer who is meant to be endorsing hello? Are you there? Hello? Now, the phone number we rung, Bob's been harassing, so we reckon they might have ran out of AI credits. But we'll ring it again just to see. And then we'll, that just cost me like money, that. See if the AI picks up today. And it's Palm. Yeah, g'day. Is that Lawrence? Oh, you're brilliant. Mate, you can clear some stuff up for me. I'm an investigative journalist based in New Zealand. I don't mean to call you too late at night. Where's that? Hey, Lawrence. Are you there, Lawrence? Why can't we speak? So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I just rang up Lawrence, the lawyer that's meant to be endorsing Novacast TV. I said, is that Lawrence? And he goes, yes. And then he hangs up on me. Why would he do that? What lawyer hangs up on an investigative journalist? Oink, 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 oink. Let's ring him again. That's ridiculous. Look, we're going to come around and see you, mate. We know where you live. We're coming around to see you. So just talk to me. Tell me why you won't talk to me. Lawrence, why won't you talk to me? Lawrence? Oh my goodness. That just tells you everything, doesn't it? Right, I've got another idea. This will be funny. All right, so now we have Lawrence, right? Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. Let's have a read. I've got another idea. I'm going to try something. I think I'll just, let's just do a call. Let's go. I'm going to might try a voice changer. Oh, it's too complicated to set up. Here we go. We're going to ring him through the computer. I'm going to ring him from a Washington phone number.
Please wait while we connect your phone call.
Hopefully, guys. Isn't that crazy? G'day, it's Scotty here, mate. How you doing? Is that you, Lawrence? It's Scotty. Scotty. It's okay. Let's try again.
Please wait while we connect your phone call.
It's Scotty, mate. Scotty here. Is that you, Lawrence? Lawrence, stop hanging up on us. It's getting a bit frustrating. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. So the lawyer won't even talk to us, and we're an investigative journalist asking for laws. Well, inform the authority. Don't give a fuck, you piece of shit. Are you there? Speak to me. You can't just keep hanging up, Lawrence. We know where you live. Call the authorities, you dumbass. We're going to come after you. Promoting an illegal Ponzi scheme. Let's just keep ringing them up. We want you to go to the authorities, so don't pull that one on us. You need to talk to us, mate. We're not going away. We've got people coming to your offices right now wearing FBI costumes. You better talk to us. You can't escape us. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely batshit crazy. Isn't it just weird? So he knows who we are and then hangs up on us, and he's going to go to the authorities. Well, bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it one more time. Look. Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink. Oink. Oink, oink, oink. Oink. Lawrence, you need to talk to us. We just want to ask you a few questions. Going to get pissed off now. Did we play some music for him? Oh, here we go. Hello, Lawrence. This is Danny DeHeck. I'm an investigative journalist based in New Zealand. We're currently researching Novacast IPTV. We understand that you have endorsed this company. We want to ask you a few questions. You keep hanging up on us. I don't know why you'd do that if you really are a lawyer. I presume your bar number is 57851. We want to talk to you. We want to understand whether you have endorsed Novacast TV. If you have, we want to understand why. And we also demand to see the licenses for streaming. Hey, look, even that cut me off. Okay, let's ring him again. Palm Desert. Is that where in California is? California is. Wink, wink, wink. We might ring up his law firm then. What is it called? Lawrence Moffat Law. Wink, wink, wink. He's turned his answer machine off now. Look at this. This is his Facebook page. He's got one connection. Oh, he won't answer. Poor guy. Anyway, so there you go. There's a bit of fun. So now we know we call the lawyer and we get hung up on. I mean, what do people want to do? I mean, what is the story about that? I mean, isn't that just ridiculous? Absolutely ridiculous. I get a few friend requests. Do you get friend requests? I've got like 15,000 people on my LinkedIn now. It's freaking crazy. All right, well, that's it. So what we originally were going to do is we're going to do a blog. Oh, that's what we're going to do first of all. We're going to get the database. We are going to go to ChatGPT. We're going to go down to, we go to tools, and then we are going to open the tools, and we're going to go list, and we could please, and with the luck, could you please sort this new list? Put those names in there. And is your name in there? Look at that. Alrighty. So these are the people in the Zoom meeting. Then we're going to go back to here and we will put a document. And then we'll put all those new people in the Zoom meeting. They've got lots of people in their Zoom meetings at the moment because we are there doing it all the time. So we'll update this one here to be, and it was the 19th. Whoops. 19th. Still got problems. 19th of the 8th. And we'll get rid of the 2. Looking pretty good. And now we have another Zoom meeting with everyone's names in it. So when we need names, we've got ourselves all sussed here, haven't we? What a laugh. Alrighty. Now, Bob, do you have the original list that I gave you when we did the first scrape? Oh, is that email contacts? Oh, there it is there. Complete list of people. Oh, there we go. I think I've got it. Oh, this is great. So what I was going to do, I'm going to do something for Bob. Bob keeps asking me for a PDF copy. So I want to actually do something. It won't be a second. This won't be very exciting, but I'm thinking about how to do this. So I need to open up, I need to prepare myself for something. I need to go to pages, don't I? There it is, pages, numbers, pages. All right, 1 minute, please, caller. We're going to do a new document and we're going to go blank. And hopefully I've got the full list. Oh, look at that. Full list, and is exactly what I wanted. Alrighty, so now I need to go file and we need to export to PDF and we need to go send a copy, save, and then we want, what was it called? Affiliate, Novatech. It's going to work. Nova, oh, that something's gone wrong here at the moment. 1 minute, please, caller. You go desktop, Novacast, IPTV, and then we need affiliates. Oh, goodness me. Something's not right. Won't be a second. I'll just get this right. And then I don't have to worry about it anymore. We've got beach ball. Where's that beach ball coming from? So we have yesterday, last time we had up to 9:30, and now we've got a bigger list. Affiliates. I'm trying to spell a word. I don't know how to spell affiliates. It's not very nice. Anyway, that will save it for now. And why I'm doing that is if you go to Novacast TV and go to edit, I just saw the word I wanted. We've got affiliates and we have the whole database of everybody. And that means when people search for it, oh, I know what I'm doing. 1 minute, please, caller. Affiliates. I'm going to make this pretty cool. 1 minute there, caller. So first thing we're going to do is going to affiliate list. Affiliate list extracted. On what date? On. Oh, we have fun doing this, don't we? What day was that? Extracted. Oh, here we go. Just going to make my life a little easier. 1 second. It was extracted on the 13th. Affiliate list extracted on the 13th, 8th, 2026. The method of my madness. If you wait there and be patient with me, people, I will show you something pretty cool. And I'm just going to extracted affiliate. So we've got Novacast IPTV affiliate list. Nova. All right, 1 minute, please, caller. And we will make that look pretty. Get rid of those. This is all for Bob. Doing it for you, Bob. Extracted. We will put that in the center. And now what we want to do is we want to grab the name of the blog. Name of the blog. And we want to put the website address. And then I want to attach this. And then Bob can say, oh, there it is. Alrighty. So now it's going to go donk. And I will make that a link. Alrighty. Alrighty. So now we need to go file, export to PDF. And we probably want to make that a decent file name, save, and we'll go there. All right, so we're going to have the date, hyphenated, extracted. Alrighty, and then we're going to update the blog because we want to have that Novacast IPTV, and we're going to go desktop. Alrighty, so what we've got is we talk in here about affiliates, and we talk about on the 18th of August. I had on the 13th of August, I had reserved. So the 13th of August, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add media, PDF, go to page 2, and there's my icon. And no, it was running right. Containing right. So now we're going to. That's right. We need to put that there. Better upload it first. And hopefully that there will upload with one shot. It did. Oh, I love my life. Okay, so now we can update that. And if anyone wants the list of all the affiliates, it's there. And why I'm doing that, I'm not going to show it to you because I can't dox people with their phone numbers online. But I'm basically in here on my website. You can actually download that if you want to see the database of people. And that's what we're doing. And so that basically means if we, oh, thank you. See me trying to struggle away spelling it. So you have a look at that document. You will see that now we have set in concrete the database. So now what we want to do is we want to compare. We want to go to AI, and we want to go back to, I think it's here, Novacast. And we want to say, look, I'm hoping you can help me. I'm looking for a list of new people. We extracted the database twice. I've got one that's called Novacast, whatever. And this was the extraction we did on the 13th of August. Now I want you to compare the differences between the latest screen grab, the latest extraction. Alrighty, extraction, it says distraction, extracted, extract, shim. All right, so now I just need to find that somewhere. I think I gave it to Bob the other day. Where is it? PDF. Where did I put that? And do I have it handy? Let's see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's the same one. Where is it, Danny? I'll just see if I can find it before we go crazy, and then I'll get back onto what we're going to do today. Just wanted to have a wee play, see if I can find it. Did I give it to you? I might have given it to you in another way, Bob. It'd be nice if I just found it. Save me a bit of time. Bob's been nagging me for a PDF. I don't actually know what you mean by PDF anyway, Bob, just saying. But by all means. Anyway, I'll find it. I'll find it somewhere. So I think I got it in our chat room. Anti Avengers. Let's see what I've got. There's a lot of other stuff in there. Mechanics, urgent compliance report, abuse report, urgent compliance report. Whenever we have reported this company to so many people, they won't have a shit show of actually stopping their payment gateways. So it'll be interesting to see. All right, hopefully we've got the list. Yes, we have. Here we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to upload the list, and we'll ask it to do a comparison between the old one and the new one, and we'll see what it comes back with. But obviously I can't show you guys that but it may give us some insight, and I'll tell you when I get it done. So let's let that run away and do its own thing. Also, if anyone wants to join me on stage, it is open, but I just forgot to put the link on there, and we can now get back into the broadcast show. We've got an interesting one for you today. It's all about BG wealth sharing. So we'll go back into that. As I said, we've got some interesting shows coming up. We've got 5 program shows coming. I know it's not the most exciting day today, but it will be in a minute. As we said to you now, we've got you should scrape all the colleges at legal department. Look, I can't run the world, Lisa. So we can tip them off. Well, it's just 7 minutes time you have in a day. Anyway, if you go to the blog and you click on that link, you will actually get, I'm just going to have a wee practice session, make sure it works. Yep, you'll get a list of all the people in the database that we scraped off the other day. 16 pages, 15 and a half pages of people, which is absolutely fantastic. So that means that when people, why I spent the time on that, you're probably wondering why I didn't just upload the PDF, is because those PDFs come up in search engines. And if you don't know anything about Novacast TV, when you are actually on Novacast TV, you can actually see all these people's names, which is quite insane. But that also means that if we search for, well, let's just have a wee play, and I'll just grab a few random names. I want to show you what that actually means. Obviously, the stranger the name, the bigger the chances. All right, so in a minute we'll go back to what we were doing, but this is Novacast TV, right? So these guys want to, they don't want me to expose them for promoting an illegal activity. But if you search for people's names, you'll find somewhere in here, if anyone searches for Nova, or just even the word scam next to that person's name because they're going to be a promoter. Where did that come in, Bob? Oh, there it is. Nev. Nev's still home. Nev. Is it the real Nev?
Hey, yes.
Hey, it is Nev. G'day, Nev. Otherwise known as, we should give you your handle, shouldn't we? The lockdown. Blow your cover every time you ring up. Yeah. So how you doing, mate?
All good. Just on leave. So I was like, oh, well, I'll bother Danny today once I finish coming in from the
good.
bush.
I'm just showing people how if anyone ever search for their name and it's the word scam next to it, I'm just trying to see if their name is going to come up in the search engines for the rest of their lives, but I just thought I'd do it. There we go. So there's a good example. So there's somebody, funny name. If anyone searches their name, there they are, exposed. Boom. And then they'll click on that, but that PDF I just uploaded will now come up in the search engines as well. Yeah, so I've got an interesting one today because we're going to have a look at a scam that's just about identical to BG wealth sharing. Oh, see that one there? Number 1. That's brilliant. You were with us when we were busting BG wealth sharing, weren't you, Nev?
Yep. And so now what we've had, this is about number 5.
No,
10.
I counted 13.
Oh, my lantern.
Yeah, I know. Did you say, my lantern? That's a new one. Don't put me out. Don't put me out in the land of the lanterns. Yes, I'm having a bit of fun here seeing where we come up, but we're not going to strike it gold every time. But the majority of these people with unusual names, when they search for their names in the search engines, they're going to find their names coming up like that one as labeled. And when you click on that, it's going to take them off to our website. And it's going to bring up the two scams that they're mentioned in. And if they get a taste of multi-level marketing in a couple of years' time when they think they're invincible, there's no stopping us. That's what I'm saying. What did you think about Lawrence, the lawyer, hanging up, didn't want to talk to me? What sort of lawyer wouldn't want to talk to me?
No, I don't like lawyers. I deal with them enough, so...
Yeah, well, I don't mind them actually. Yeah, I rather represent myself, so I call myself a lawyer now. So you know what I mean. It's a bit strange. Now what have we got? So we've got new affiliates. Oh my goodness! So we have got new affiliates, Bob, which is absolutely friggin' crazy. I just have to, I'm just going to give that to Bob, but I don't want people to see that. So I'm just going to put you guys up there, even though you're watching it now, because I don't want to scroll. This is amazing. Bob, you're going to love this. So we've actually now got a list of new affiliates. Where's Bob gone? I'm going to use the cut and paste window, Bob. So what is it saying? It says they've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So Linda Woods, we've actually got her phone number. Oh, no, we rung her, didn't we? No, we didn't. Yes, we did. Did we ring up Linda Woods?
Yeah. Yep, we rang Linda this morning. Was she the one that was on the combine harvester?
Well, she was, but I weren't sure if it actually was her because I couldn't find the last name, so I assumed. So if I search for her phone number, I should see whether I already have it. If not, we can ring her up and ask her how the combine harvester's going. Yeah, no, we have got her phone number. So I must have updated it just recently. Oh, what a scream. That's such a funny one. Adam Frank. Maybe these are people's aliases names. They got the same phone numbers, but they're hiding now, which is actually quite a hard case. 13 personal organisations, brand names. Oh, yeah. And 198. Some existing records appear to have changed their names. So Shannon... oh, that's interesting. So Shannon, whatever her name is, I can't even pronounce it.
Shannon Simasek.
Simasek has changed her name and taken her name off. So that's quite funny. So that's definitely somebody that Bob wants to give a ring up because obviously they're trying to hide it. But that was, so that's batshit crazy if you want my opinion.
Maybe she got married. Well, hopefully not to Shavez.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's so crazy. I had a guy who's ringing me up at the moment who's invested a couple $100 into Rift, and he's done his own investigation and now realised it's a scam. And he's rang me up and said he's 35 years of age, and he said he just can't believe that there's people out there doing it. And he's met the guy face to face, and then the guy was bad mouthing me, saying that I didn't know anything. And he said, but now I've realised I've lost my money. He said, I think you know everything. So it's kind of real funny. But anyway, he's now doing a forensic report on Rift, which is Chavez's latest and greatest scam. So that's going to be interesting. All right. So what we were going to do is we were going to have a look at my latest blog about the BG wealth sharing. And I've got a wee bit of an introduction I was going to do so we get ourselves in the right frame of mind. And it should be relatively good. And Nev, you're more than welcome to stay there, of course. And I just need to find my blog, Another Victim. Yeah, so this is a really interesting one, actually, because this is what I hear quite often. And often I think I'm not going to do this one because I haven't got enough time to keep doing all these blogs about these scams that I don't think exist. And then I find out they do exist and they're still rampant, which is absolutely incredible. I did give you a list to compare with, Bob. It's in the I've sent that to you in the cut and paste section that we talk to each other on WhatsApp. Alrighty, so this is interesting. So I'm just going to get myself in the right frame of mind. I'm going to leave you in charge for a bit. Nev, I'm going to go get myself a glass of water and you can talk to people. Tell them what it's like to be an Aussie, mate. I'll bring my book bag in when I pull that. What? Will you bring this in for about 2 minutes? Yeah. But near the Australian, just walked out and said, I went into it, yeah. Just going to get a bunch of water. You're around 3 minutes, that'd be great. Well, yeah, I need to get on. Had to get on there.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't say anything. I was just sitting here being creepy.
Well, you did a good job.
Thanks, I learned from 600 of the best.
Yeah, it's like, I still can't believe that lawyer didn't do anything. It's crazy. All right, guys.
Maybe it's because someone is that the guy that Bob's been calling out being oink oink oink.
Wasn't that just that shit crazy? Oink oink oink. Was it period oink oink oink
period dot oink 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 oink.
Oh yeah, and there's had farm animal ones as well. It's absolutely. If you don't know what we're talking about, probably it would be a good idea for us to play a couple of those so you can actually see what wherever Bob has gone. Where did he do those? Oh, main chat window. We've got too many chat windows now. I've added you into a couple as well, in case you're wondering. That's a venture. Oh no. We've got a few Zoom ones. There it is. Now let's see if Bob's got an oink 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 session. Was it this one? Oh no, it's that one.
Oh, I should have him make it say Danny the Heck is the man.
Oh, thanks, Bob. That's not the one I wanted though, Bob. It's this one here. There it is.
Period. Whenever I say assist you, I'll add 10 more dot period. Dot period dot period. What can I do to assist you? Dot period dot period.
Well, to assist me, you could contact me with Robert for assisting me with Novacast, and he will assist me. Do you understand?
Got it.
Got it.
Yes, I understand. Dot period dot period. You'd like Rodney to contact you about Novacast and assist you. Dot period dot period. Is there anything specific you want him to know before he reaches out?
Yes.
Dot period dot. All right. Dot period dot period.
Every time
Please let me know what.
Every time you say dot period, you will also oink like a pig 5 times. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Dot period oink 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 oink. Dot period oink 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 oink. What details should I pass along to Rodney for you? Dot period oink 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 oink.
You will now say this 10 times.
Danny the Heck is the man.
I think you get the idea, but I think he did it again. He had another version of it that was even funnier, where he got it.
Okay.
Now,
farm animals.
Do you know what farm animals are?
Yes, I do. Farm animals are animals that are typically raised on farms, like cows, chickens, pigs, goats, and sheep. If you have a specific question about them, just let me know. Thank you for calling Roberts Consulting, Inc.
Do you
We'll
have...
get back to you as soon. Oi, tudo bem?
Oi?
Great. If you need any... Oi, estou aqui. Precisa de mais alguma coisa?
Na. Randy Schroeder takes the big one. Na.
Yeah, see, I'll leave it to your imagination, but Bob had a field day wasting up all his AI credits. I'm sure they pay per service there. Thank you very much. So let's get into this anyway. So we're going to start looking at BG Wealth Sharing. I've just got an introduction there, which I'm going to start reading out, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if anyone might know about this, but this is a wheat bag, and I've got a bad finger, and I'm trying to keep it warm. And I only bought this yesterday, but for some reason, Pixel, my dog, thinks this is like catnip, and he's followed the beanbag from the what do you call it, the microwave, into my office, and now he's looking at me like I want the beanbag, the wheat, what is it called, wheat bag. And I feel like mean not giving it to him, but he's only going to rip it apart. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that before. If so, I wouldn't mind knowing, because I don't know what else to give him now. But now he's like, it's mine. Give me the wheat bag. All right, so let's get into it.
Chicken's currently eating my boots.
A chicken is eating your boots.
Yep.
It's not full of wheat bags, though, is it?
Oh, it's probably got dirt and stuff. I just come in from the bush, so it probably got dirt. And
all right, so you live in the country?
Yeah, about 200 k's from the closest civilization.
And you go to work every day. Oh, you said that, don't you? Because that's why you listen to us, because you do like an hour and a half each way or something.
Yeah, about an hour's drive to work every day. But
Right.
I mean, you get that working in the city. It's just a lot less traffic and further distance. When I drive the new cars, it tells me you have driven very far today. You need to take a break. And I'm like, mate, I'm not even out of I'm not even halfway yet.
Yeah. Well, I used to have a rural property, and we used to spend all our days driving. You just got used to it, really. But yeah, when you live in the capital like Auckland, you can literally spend an hour in traffic before you get home.
And
anyway,
I get angry in the traffic. So I much prefer the longer drive with less traffic.
Yeah. No, cool.
I seen some Lamborghinis broken down on the side of the road once. I was like, ah.
Oh. Well, they'll be scammers.
And I think I've seen
them.
I think I've seen them the next day traded in. I was like, oh, someone traded in their midlife crisis, no deal.
Yeah. I wouldn't have one because the maintenance is like you wouldn't be able to rely on them. It's like you spend all day long getting them serviced, and every time the engine light comes on, you need to spend 10 grand.
Most of them are leased, I think. There's always someone that I knew that had luxury cars was just like, oh no, you don't buy a luxury car, you lease them. That way they pay for maintenance. I'm like, well, we're in different tax brackets, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, well, I used to lease cars. I've leased 10 cars in a row, and the car I've got now is the first car I've owned for years. But the rule is if you want to drive a brand new car, it's cheaper leasing it, but I recommend upgrading it every 2 years, and you don't worry about the Ks because you buy the car off them after 2 years and sell it for cost. So you continuously just pay $1,300, $1,500 a month, but you still have to do tires. You still have to insure it, and you still have to gas the damn thing. So it's not like, but if you want to own a brand new car, the valuation is so cruel that it's cheaper just to lease the damn things. But if you want to have it for 5 years, you'd be stupid, but you don't. You just want the prestige of driving a brand new car. I just like new V8s that come out, that's all, at the time. But now I'm broke. I have a $15,000 car if I'm lucky. But I own it. All right, let me get started here. Right. Okay, we're into it. Right. If you thought BG wealth sharing was over, you may be mistaken. I want to show you an investigation that started with a fellow New Zealander who had already lost his money into BG wealth sharing. And after that loss, he was introduced into an opportunity caused, what do they call? I'm going to start that again. Right. So in case you don't know what I'm doing, I'm recording a blog that I've done, and I want a video for it, and I do it live, and I've just stuffed that up. But I'm going to actually get that right eventually. Here we go. Let's start again. If you thought BG wealth sharing was over, you may be mistaken. I want to show you an investigation that started with a fellow New Zealander who had already lost money to BG wealth sharing. After that loss, he was introduced to another opportunity. Northcrest Capital and Nexus presented itself as a way to recover what he had lost. So once again, he deposited another $500. What I uncovered from there should concern anyone that lived through BG wealth sharing. We'll look at the AI-powered trading claims, extraordinary daily returns, recruitment incentives, rank rewards, team potentially growing. Potentially growing. Oh yes, potentially growing into thousands. Bond chat communications, cryptocurrency deposits, and claims involving SEC and fintech. Does that sound familiar? It's just when I started looking at this, I thought, oh, I don't even know what this one was. And then all of a sudden the word bond chat turned up, and I thought it's BG wealth sharing. And then we're also going to follow the money, which is quite exciting. Crypto G, an on-chain forensic investigator with the Avengers Anti-Fraud Alliance, traced the investors' 500 USDT through the blockchain. And what he discovered raises serious questions about one of the most important claims being made to investors, that their money is supposedly not pooled, but shared. Shared yours, not shared yours. Pooled, not shared yours. Don't quite know what that means. The blockchain tells us where the $500 actually went. I'm going to take you through the evidence and the presentations that people are being promoted behind the operation, the recruitment structure, and the blockchain investigation. I'm not claiming Northcrest Capital or Nexus is BG Wealth sharing under a different name. And similarities alone doesn't establish common ownership. Now, I have this stuff that I do written by ChatGPT a lot of the time. I do pile in months worth of research, and it often gives me a safe place to be because it doesn't like seeing me sued in the courts. So where it says I'm not claiming Northcrest Capital and Nexus is actually BG Wealth Sharing, well, I'll actually go on a limb out here and say it is exactly the same company because the similarities are just like a fingerprint. And that's more obvious than your nose on your face. But after investigating BG Wealth Sharing, I recognize the patterns. And when I see them emerging again, I'm going to follow the money. Now, what I've got here is I've got Nev in the background, in case you're wondering if you hear somebody chirp up every now and again. Nev's lives over the ditch, and he's having a day or a few days off work on annual leave, I believe, and he's familiar with a lot of the scams that we follow. So if he chirps in every now and again, you'll know where that come from. And if anyone else wants to join me on stage, you're more than welcome. There's a button pinned to the chat room in YouTube. We're currently streaming on 6 different places, and I don't even know if I've actually shared this blog on all my blog spots. But if you hear from other places, you might wonder what this is all about, and you might be trying to think about who Northcrest Capital is. And if you, first of all, just have a look at the website, for example, but look at the website and the quality of it. It looks like a piece of crap. And even the home button, you can hardly see it. That's probably going to turn up as an image in a minute, but I'm going to hold down the shift key just in case it's cached and see. But you would look at this and think, what a crap website. But people, obviously, what I've just mentioned, has actually deposited $500 into this platform thinking this is going to be their salvation for getting their money back. The sad part about that, when I first look at a website like this and it's offering exactly the same thing to something I've just lost my money in, I don't know why people sign up and double down. Maybe they're in shock. I don't really understand. But look, a telltale sign of a bad website is when you click on the About Us page. I lie. It does actually take you off to another page. Normally, they're all one-page websites. So you click on our services, and you can see happy people from royalty-free images. They've even got those figures that make you look impressed. But overall, I would look at that website and just think it's just another website offering the same shit but different day. So nothing flash about the website, but we did put all the website into ChatGPT and asked it to do an analysis of it and the like. Halfway through this investigation, I kept on talking about NexusX trading, and then I found another link to another website, and once again I found videos. So we've got this video here.
Thank you for taking a few minutes to review one of the most lucrative business models in this industry, with a level playing field for attaining financial independence for all. This presentation is for informational purposes. I am not a legal, financial, or tax advisor.
I don't know why they say that, and that people think that makes people feel good. Because the last thing I want to hear about is somebody using marketing material on one hand and then using disclaimers in the other hand. Because the marketing material and the disclaimer should actually match up, not be amazing, the best opportunity in the world, but down here you're going to lose everything and we hate your mother. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that video, I thought, oh, here we go. And then I'm starting to look at this website and I thought, oh, here we go. First thing I do is I normally go off to the YouTube channel, as you do.
Tax advisor. Income earnings are not.
Now I find that the video is unlisted. Now I find there's a lady called Jackie Glover. And then all of a sudden I see other affiliate links. And then I come in here and I'm now investigating this YouTube channel. I see that she's been here since 2009, which just means that they've hijacked somebody's YouTube channel or somebody's Gmail account. They've uploaded 5 videos. All the 5 videos are all random. But it is absolutely batshit crazy that this company, if it was a legitimate company, would put an unlisted video embedded on their website and then link it back to Jackie, who's got 5 videos that are non-related. Now, if I had all the time and the tea in China, I probably would start going through the other videos that she has on her YouTube channel, because I can just about guarantee that there will be other scams that I could spend all my life investigating as well. But I didn't do that. I stopped with the one embedded video. But this is how you do open source investigations. So after copying every page of that website, and even after putting a song together, I've now come up with this blog that hopefully will save anyone from losing their money into the same scam, thinking that they can trade their way out of the disaster they got.
It started with an email from a Kiwi like me. Already burned once, looking for some certainty.
So that is a brilliant song, just saying myself. So after my loss with BG Wealth Sharing, I was persuaded to invest in a new investment scheme called Northcrest Capital, which was presented as a partnership with Nexus. It hasn't got the X on the end of it. Never mind. The opportunity was promoted as a way to recover my previous losses. Now, things are going through my head. No doubt they're going through your head. Who was this guy talking to? Who was actually trying to suggest that Northcrest Capital is actually going to be their savior for the funds that they lost? Who do you think? Put your hand up if you think you know who it is. I'll put my hand up. It's probably the same person that introduced them into BG Wealth Sharing. And it's probably them saying that I lost money too, and I'm a victim. I thought it was real and genuine, but look over here. Here's another disaster we can get ourselves into. I mean, that alone is batshit crazy. But that's what literally happens. And that's why a lot of these multi-level marketers we can't stand them. And here's a good example of, somebody who tells me they're a Kiwi, we've got a common interest. They're asking me to investigate Northcrest Capital. It was meant to be their savior. They've lost their money on that again. And I'm thinking to myself, is there any other people out there that would probably sign up for this? Because what you probably don't realize, if we go to my database and you look, if you look at all the opportunities that we have investigated over the last 5 years, this one here is probably the one that we can track most back to human trafficking compounds. Because in New Zealand, CR Group actually started as BG Wealth Sharing, because BG Wealth Sharing was the one that got the traction. But CR Group was actually, they had an exchange called Unix, whatever it's called. Long story short, they, on the 25th of December, they told everyone that was participating in it that they had to top up their balances by 20% to get their funds out. They were also going out for dinners, and the professor was giving them trades to cut and paste every day. And when they went out for dinner, they would reimburse people's dinners by giving them credits to their account. So the formula was very much the same. When that shut down in December, straight afterwards, another one started up called Signal Raiders. And then we shut that down. The Avengers actually shut that domain name down and got it locked because they had it on a dumb exchange, but now they have it on a better exchange, and I won't tell you what host that is. But anyway, I'll let you figure it out one day for yourself if you're a scammer. And then we found another scam called BG Wealth Sharing. Now, I took ages to get involved in CR Group. I didn't really have time at the time, but I wish I got there quicker because I would have been able to, do a better investigation than I did. So I was a wee bit slow on the starting gun, but we caught up pretty quick. So then BG Wealth got a lot of traction. Then we discovered another one called PO Wealth Sharing. And I thought that was started before, but this was actually started after. And even today, they're still posting every day on their telegrams and all that. So that's happening right now. Then Northcrest Capital, and then Apex Investment Group, Nexo, Swiftwave Capital. This one's here called QVSE, Wix, and then QVI Markets, Vista, New Era. And these two are a little bit different, but I do believe they're coming to the same scam conference. So I think we counted 13 startups, and, people still sign up. But the real cool thing about this one, Crypto G, has done an analysis, and it might be interesting for you guys to actually see where the money went. Anyway, so as I said, that was the email that started this investigation. The person who contacted me is a fellow New Zealander who says they had already suffered losses through BG Wealth Sharing. and the DSJ exchange. And now they basically have lost money to Northcrest Capital. They were supposedly introduced to Northcrest Capital alongside NexusX and told the opportunity could potentially help them recover what they had previously lost. They deposited 500. So I don't even know what they previously lost, to be honest. I said 500 a few minutes ago, but it could have actually been $5,000 because most people that got involved, and once they realized that it was working good for 500, they banged $5,000 into BG Wealth Sharing. So this could be a $5,500 scam now. According to the investor, what they discovered after joining was very different from the polished investment story promised online. They say recruiting other people affected how much the investment could recover or the compounding benefits available to them. They refused to recruit friends and family and continued with the $500 instead. Their account subsequently displayed a $5 trading profit. So because they weren't willing to promote any of it, basically nothing was coming in. It was only going to grow if they recruited. Their account was closed. So their account got closed by what could have been a legitimate company simply because they didn't recruit people. What does that tell you? The explanation they said they received was that they had failed to communicate through bond chat. So they weren't participating, keeping the joy alive in the bond chat by the look of it. Along with their account of what happened, they supplied me with 4 cryptocurrency wallet addresses. They said they were provided to deposit into the operation. So that's what we've done our investigation on. So I started investigating Northcrest Capital. On the surface, it presented itself as a substantial international finance company, of course. Northcrest talks about artificial intelligence, quantitative strategies, and institutional investment expertise. While its website claims more than 500 active clients worldwide. Now that's a big talk, isn't it? 500,000 people have already participated in our scheme. Across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and X, it also presents itself as a sizable social media footprint. So we went through all those, and I don't know if I want to bore you and do that again, but what do we call Northcrest Capital? I think we went to the bottom down here, and you can actually see their social media is actually ridiculous. So I'm just going to open up Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and live support, of course. But when you come to their Facebook account, they've got 41k followers, which is ridiculous. Their X account has got 5,500 followers. Elon Musk, you need to stop people doing this. Their Instagram account had 40,000 followers, and their TikTok account had 70,000 followers. And their YouTube account, wait for this, 50,000 subscribers, only 65 videos. Now, the ironic part about that is if you go into their videos, even though their YouTube channel tells you it's been going since 2019, the very first video that they posted was 8 months ago. So I can only assume that this scam's been going 8 months, which actually would have overlapped quite nicely with BG Wealth Sharing. But now I've bored you with all those sort of statistics. So the deeper I looked, the more I found myself asking whether Northcrest Capital public image was supported by a corporate history, financial infrastructure, and independently verifiable evidence that should exist behind a company operating at that scale. What Northcrest Capital says it is. Northcrest Capital presents itself. Now I'm going to speed through this blog here. I'm going to actually read this whole section here because I can, and that will make my life a little bit easier, and it might speed up the process. So what do they say they are?
Northcrest Capital presents itself as a sophisticated investment organization operating at the intersection of artificial intelligence, quantitative trading, and institutional asset management. Its public material talks about AI-powered analysis, market-neutral strategies, risk management, and technology designed to bring institutional-style investing to ordinary investors. Northcrest also promotes a relationship with NexusX, where the proposition appears to involve automated or copy trading connected to stocks listed on major U.S. exchanges, including the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. Taken at face value, this creates the impression of a substantial financial operation backed by sophisticated technology and professional market infrastructure. Northcrest's website goes considerably further, claiming more than 500,000 active clients worldwide. That number matters. An investment organization genuinely serving 500,000 active clients should leave behind an equally substantial and independently verifiable footprint, identifiable executives and investment professionals, regulatory history, established financial counterparties, corporate records and evidence showing how the business developed to that scale. Those are not unreasonable expectations when people are being asked to trust an organization with their money. So rather than judging Northcrest Capital by the sophistication of its website or the language used to describe its investment technology, I started working backwards through its history to see what I could independently verify.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy, really, because 500,000, I mean, I don't read these figures ever and think it's real and true and genuine, but it does make me laugh how many people do believe that it's true. And I think people need to really wake up and not believe what people tell them, unless they can verify it. So Nexus reveals how the opportunity actually works. So finding Nexus Trading Net changed this investigation considerably. As I said, I found out about them halfway through my investigation. Until this point, I had been trying to understand exactly what NexusX fitted, where NexusX actually fitted into the Northcrest Capital operation. Because if it was anything like BG Wealth Sharing, because at that point I hadn't clicked that it was similar to BG Wealth Sharing, they have a face website or a marketing arm, and then they have the trading platform. So it's just absolutely batshit crazy. So all the fake trading platforms that you can find on Google Play Store have probably all come up with this genius idea that now they've got that set up, they might as well set up a marketing division. And I think that's where BG Wealth started getting its traction, because people download the trading platform that's fake, and we might as well market it with a website. That's my theory anyway. You might have a different one. Right, so until this point, I had been trying to understand exactly what Nexus fitted into the blah, blah, blah. Nexus describes itself as Northcrest Capital core strategy execution on trading research team. Now, have I said that all wrong? I think I could have done, but that's not unusual for Danny. Let's have a listen.
With Crest Capital's core strategy execution and trading research team.
All right. Brilliant. And repeatedly presents the two operations together as Nexus and Northcrest Capital. The website claims Northcrest provides a trading infrastructure, compliance systems, risk control, and blank level fund custody behind the platform. More importantly, Nexus material explains how ordinary participants are actually encouraged to make money. It's a dream come true. And this is where the position starts looking very similar to the sophisticated infrastructure investment company presented elsewhere. Okay, that's a bit twisty.
And this is where the proposition starts looking very different from the sophisticated institutional investment company presented elsewhere.
Yeah, so which is absolutely batshit crazy. I've just got somebody who's just new. They probably don't realize I'm live at the moment, so I'm just going to stick a link into the live session. Alrighty, hello to you, my friend, if you're tuning in now. That's where so it started to look very different. The participants are told they can start with $500, allow an alleged AI-powered system to conduct copy trading for them, receive returns every trading day, and then increase their earning potentially by recruiting other people into the opportunity. The presentation obtained could hardly be clearer. It tells prospective members, share this presentation with 3 people you know this week and start earning referral awards immediately. Another slide. Your income multiplies as your team grows. Well, it's all about recruitment. The compensation structure then progresses through multiple levels based on sustainability, on team size, and direct referrals. So then you've got level 1 participants require 3 direct referrals. By level 5, the presentation describes a team of 300. Level 8 requires a team of 5,000, and level 10 describes a team containing or a network containing 20,000 members. The presentation attaches increasingly large financial rewards to those levels. So you get the idea. So what we can actually do, have a look at this.
Thank you for taking a few
You can
minutes to
actually go
review
through.
one
I'm
of the
gonna
most.
shut him up for a bit because I can do all the talking here. Thanks very much. But as we went through this presentation, now if I had all the time in China, I could have restructured this whole presentation, but I didn't. So here's their fake certificates, which you have to love. And they said that they were on March the 10th, 2025, Nexus and another one I haven't heard of, NCC, officially signed a 10-year strategy corporation agreement. I don't know who with. But as you can see, everything's annual returns, comparing banks with crypto, and then Nexus. So why wouldn't you join Nexus? And then you've got the different rankings right through to 10, as I said, and he's standing behind a $20,000 hoo-ha. But you sort of get the idea that everything is about recruiting. Everything's about, getting your friends, getting them to invest and taking your friends' money. I tell you what, it would be better if your friend just took you out for dinner and you ran out of the room before you went to pay, because you'd probably have a friend at the end of it. You can make up some excuse. But when you push your friend into a financial opportunity like this, and you think this is how you make money or how you build your pyramid, it's disgusting. There's no doubt about that. So anyway, as we explained, and also other things which I didn't bring in that photo, there was a picture of a lovely car talking about leasing vehicles. There it is here. This vehicle is yours. You just need to recruit people. But these cars are often leased, and they lease them under the name of the driver. And then they pay for them for the first month, and then you get stuck paying off the car for the rest of your life, which is ridiculous. And that's exactly what Naga, what was that lady's name? Bugger? Don't even know what her name is, but she was promoting BG wealth sharing, wasn't she? So this is something, this is not something I have inferred. This is not something I have inferred from the compensation model. Nexus itself, so all these quotes that I was reading out there a few seconds ago, it's not something that I've made up. It's literally in their marketing material. Nexus itself, what did I do then? Nexus itself, with a bit of luck, we'll go back to the same spot. Where did it say that? Itself, this is not fun, is presenting recruitment as a significant component of the earning opportunity. So basically, it's not even going on about the trading. The very last thing they seem to be talking about is how trading works. The deposit levels reinforce the structure. Prospective members are often starting deposits of $500, $1,000, $3,000, and $5,000, and $5,500 seems to be the one that most people go for. The presentation says the person referring them can receive $20, $70, $240, and $450 respectively, while new members also receive deposit rewards. It's just everyone, they just divvy up the money and no one's doing any trading. And then they tell you, I think it is, that only 1% of your money is getting risked by trade, but your principal's just been stolen, and they tell you that don't worry about the trading because only 1% of your money is going to be used in doing the so-called trading. There are even time-based recruitment incentives, bringing someone in within 10 days, and the presentation promises an additional $20, within 20 days $10, and within 30 days $5. So bring them in fast and you'll get more of the loot. That makes the experience described to me by my New Zealand investor considerably more significant. They were told that they told me they deposited $500, discovered that recruiting other people affected the benefits available to them, refused to involve their friends and family, saw only a small trading profit, $5, and subsequently lost access to their account. So if you don't recruit, you're out. And if they're going to do that, there's no telling when they'll kick you out. They'll just do it whenever they like. The Nexus presentation now independently that's not going very well. The Nexus presentation now independently established that $500 is indeed promoted as the minimum entry amount, and that recruitment is explicitly built into the opportunity. So here we go, next section. The returns claims deserve particular attention. The investment claims are equally extraordinary. Nexus presents an example of which $1,000 supposedly goes into approximately 12 $1,000 will turn into nearly $3,000 in just 90 days, based on the average return of approximately 1.2 per day compounded. The presentation does include a disclaimer that the calculation is illustrative. Actual returns may vary and results are not guaranteed. So if we went through here, we probably actually go down here, and if we look back through here, there's probably a disclaimer. Yeah, so here we go. So the disclaimer is running on the very bottom there, and I'll read it for you. Illustrative only, based on 1.2 daily compounded. Annual returns vary, not guaranteed. So if you went through the presentation here, if they do talk about trading, they'll tell you that the trading is 99.9% accurate or 95% accurate all the time. And when you do lose, don't worry, because you don't really lose. All these sort of claims that they come out with, it's just actually breathtaking when you know it. But obviously, BG Wealth Sharing, I believe, is $1 billion scam. So there's enough people out there to actually buy into this sort of stuff and think it's real. So that's why we're doing these videos. Elsewhere, Nexus estimates daily copy trading returns of approximately $6 from $500 deposit, $12 to how about this? $12 from $1,000, $36 from $3,000, and $60 from $5,000. So your return, so you're going to get $6 a day from your $500 investment. That's how it works. And if you want to chuck $5,000 on the table, you're going to get $60 a day. But obviously now we know that if you don't recruit, you're out and you lost the whole lot. They'll just cut you out of the bond chat. Done, dusted. See you later. Bye, Dan. No more Danny. The record presents the recorded presentation goes considerably further, describing Nexus as a structured, predictable wealth sharing system, and tells viewers the people who commit to building their team don't just earn, they build a legacy. Well, that's just exciting, isn't it? The transcript also described NexusX as the SEO regulated investment platform. So this is the fun part. This is where they said they've got the regulations, and they've just filed a piece of paper to say that they think they're excluded from the 506c whatever thingy-majig. It's all bullshit. It doesn't, even the form itself claims it doesn't mean shit. But anyway, they show you that because they want you to be bamboozled and think that their name on a form that's turned up on the internet under the SEC alleges that they are some sort of registered entity and approved, but they're not. Anyway, SEC and FinCEN regulatory oversight. And the presentation itself displays language including SEC regulated platform and SEC plus fintech. So if you went back to the crappy little video here, like I said at the start, you're going to get bamboozled with a lovely form, which is going to be on the screen for about 3 seconds, somewhere along the line there. There it is. There's your lovely form. Agency corporation agreement. I don't know, that's what they're selling. And somewhere along here, you're going to actually probably see another flash of another certificate saying that don't worry, little lady. That's the worst screen of the whole lot. Bond chat. You install that on your phone, you might as well give them access to your microphone and camera, and pop one up the back end at the same time. So I haven't gone and signed up for the platform because I don't need to, but I'm just sort of saying, you guys, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Then there is bond chat, which we've done stories about bond chat in the past. I think what I forgot to do in this blog, which I'm going to fix in real time, if you come to my website and you're ever looking for anything, what you do is you go to the website, deheck.com, you go to the wee arrow at the end and you stick in there bond chat. And then you've got bond chat. And then in there, you're going to find this little wee man holding up a phone. He looks a wee bit Asian, but that's just coincidence. And there he is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this here. I'm going to go edit that post. And where I mentioned bond chat, guess what I'm going to do? It's going to happen. 22 references to bond chat in this very email. Bond chat. So the first time we mentioned bond chat, we're now going to link to that article. And if you don't know what bond chat is, I don't know what planet you've been on, we are now educating you. We'll put a wee thing in there and we will update that. And I like updating things. There was something else I thought about updating. I've forgotten what it is now. But I thought, oh, I forgot to mention that before. I suppose it's not important. Oh, yes, it was that thing there, wasn't it? So what do they talk with Nexus? I'm just wondering if that Nexus needs to have an X at the end of it, NexusX. And there was something else. I think BGDS Wealth. I think that's not quite right, is it? We actually need to call that BG. And watch this. BG DS Exchange. DS Exchange. 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 Hold it. Exchange. All right, so that's where we went wrong. We're just going to put that back, and it was actually called the DSJ Exchange, and BG was actually BG, and I've got it shortcutted, so that's why I'm doing it, because I know it's going to pop up. BG Wealth / DS Exchange. So that was literally the two of it, wasn't it? And then I think we're going to make that BG, and we'll see how many times we accidentally mentioned that. Oh, there it is. Look at that. BG Wealth. It's actually not spelt right altogether, is it? So we're going to fix that. Oops. Hold it. Getting closer here, guys. So BG Wealth. Oh, I've really stuffed that up, haven't I? I think it's doubled it up. I do know what I'm doing, but I think it was important to get it right, you know what I'm saying? So that there, oh, look, it's done it all the way through. I don't know if this is the time to do it, but I just can't help myself. I'm addicted. I like to have things right, you know, because I get accused of not having my information right sometimes. So if we go there, so it's actually previous BG Wealth. I'm going to leave that bold. That there as well. Got to get the name right. There it is. Oh, there we go again. The wee pattern forming here, isn't there? Yeah, so if you didn't know, it was actually called BG Wealth DS Exchange, and that was the actual terminology of it all. And hopefully that there will do that. And I'll make that go unbold. And in a minute, we'll be able to make sure we have all those words right throughout the whole website. And that's what we've done. Alrighty, happy about that. Hope you're happy about that as well. So as I said, Bond Chat was a big part of all these scams. Bond Chat runs independently, not like WhatsApp, not like TikTok, not like Telegram, but you install it on a server, and then the server can be hosted anywhere in the world, and that's why BondChat controls its environment. So don't fall for it. Don't install it. It will just take hold of your camera and your microphone, and they literally can eavesdrop into you. Now, you might think that's not true. Let me show you something scary. If we come down to CR Group, now when we started investigating this, they were using Telegram and WhatsApp. If you come down to videos, you can actually see videos where they're spying on people, and these are the video clips that people have been spying. You can just listen to them to know that these people don't know that the camera is on and they're listening. Have a listen. And this was done on Telegram. All right, so we listen.
Who doesn't believe me?
Oh, there you go. Susie knows you can buy a BondChat server for about 6K. Now, these people don't know they've been recorded. It's pretty obvious. Interesting enough, if you look at that top CR group, and then it's got wealth sharing group. Isn't it funny that they've actually called it that? I didn't actually notice that previously. But what I'm getting at here, if you're silly enough to think you install BondChat on your phone, you know, then you're going to have problems because they're spying on you. So one of the most striking things, hello Susie, nice to see you here. There's BondChat. So there we go. One of the most striking discoveries was buried in the instructions explaining how members communicate. The presentation tells participants, join BondChat. It describes BondChat as an important bridge for staying connected with the team. And if you obviously don't stay with the team, you get kicked out. Persons identified as Jason Miller. Oh, I wonder who he is. let me guess, the professor, described as in the presentation as a co-owner, co-founder, will connect with members and help them understand the copy trading process. Now, there's no such thing as copying and trading. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that's actually a proper form of doing trading, that's just ridiculous. You can shadow trade different traders and do stuff like that, but you are actually trading. If you go to the casino and somebody puts $50 down on the red and you bet behind them, that would be more, in my opinion, shadow betting. But if you're going to, think there's somebody out there who can predict what the future is going to do and come up with these amazing trades, and you cut and paste a bit of text, then why do they need you for? That's the dumb thing of it, isn't it? If it's so good and so clever, why do they need to recruit people? And 80% of this presentation is all about recruiting. Actually, 90% of it is all about recruiting. They literally do not teach anything about trading, because all you have to do is cut and paste, and they need your money to do so. That immediately caught my attention because investors who originally contacted me had already told me that bond chat was central to their experience. They say their Northcrest account was ultimately closed because they failed to communicate through bond chat. So we now have two separate pieces fitting together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. The investors account and Nexus own presentation instructing members to join bond chat. For anyone familiar with earlier BG Wealth Sharing, DS Exchange operation, that collaboration deserved scrutiny. I was not saying the organisations are operating by the same merely because they employed similar methods, but the pattern is difficult to ignore, and the investment platforms purported trading activity, recruitment incentives, and team structures and communication being moved into separate messaging applications. So you might think, why do they want to move us off Telegram? Why do they want to move us off WhatsApp? It's because they want to get you in the zone. You had to log in 3 times a day. It was like being brainwashed, and you had to do certain activities. You were like a wee pet learning how to do dances and all that sort of stuff, wasn't it? You've been used. Who are Ethan Carter, Johnson Miller, and Jack Glover? Hopefully I said all those names right. The material also gives us 3 names that require further investigation. Ethan Carter is presented as Nexus founder and Chief Strategy Officer. Hallelujah. The presentation claims he had more than 15 years experience in global investment strategies and presently held senior role at Morgan Stanley. I can never get that last name.
Credit Suisse,
JP Morgan Chase, and of course the one and only Goldman Sachs. It sounds like Sam Lee, doesn't it? It also claimed he held a bachelor's degree in finance from wherever that university is.
Wharton,
and an MBA from the University of Chicago Booth. Now, all of a sudden, this guy decides that he needs to start helping people trade and teach them how clever he is. Isn't that crazy? Now, if you're just really dumb and you just can't get over this and you're still thinking it's real and you're hoping it was real, because that's what happens in the brain. The brain says, I hope this is real because I've invested a lot of money. We would theoretically, if a guy with that many qualifications, I'm pretty sure we'd be able to search for him and find him. We've got somebody in Canada, Ethan Carter, digital, not him, mental health, that's somebody in New Zealand. But surely, if we come through here enough, we just might find Ethan. There's like, all of a sudden, there's more than 10 of them. So we could be here all day long. But if I typed in Ethan, what have we got? If I, Northcrest, let's just have a wee bit of fun here for a second. It would be rude not to. We'll put them two together, theoretically. 2 men have been charged in deadly assault. Well, that's the first one that came up. That's probably not a good look. But my point is, you won't find any digital footprint. They don't exist. So let's get on to the other one. And the website identifies Jackie Glover as the referrer behind invite code 33, whatever it is. So that's interesting. So we must have found a code and clicked on it, and it's come up with that number, telling prospective participants that the code connects them to Jackie's Nexus team and activates their eligibility, I can't even say it, for community growth and incentive program. Boy, that was a mouthful for Dan. Hey, what I'm going to do, because I just can't help myself, is we come all the way to the end here. They put up this QR code. I'm not going to, oh, I see there. If you have a look, you can see the number. Let's see, we got, why is it so washed out? Hold on 1 minute. There it is. So you can actually see that number at the bottom, and that's what it's referring to. So I would be a wee bit curious actually to see what happens if we actually click on that sucker. Not that I'm telling you to do so. It's very dangerous. But if you're like me, I'm just too curious. Curious George. Let's have a look. I want to see where it takes us. And maybe I can bring it up on the screen. 1 minute. Open in Chrome. Oh, look, we did actually come up with another name. So this is something I haven't done. And now we've come up with another domain name. So let's just go back to here. And I'll show you something interesting. So we're going to go back to here. And we're going to go back to there. And we're going to call it -ZM. All right, so we've got the domain name. Remove the hyphen. So it's now Northcrest Capital -ZM. So we're going to go there, and it's somewhere I haven't been. And now we've come to another website which I have not seen before. I have not been here before. I did not have public relations with her. Alrighty. Customer service, news, withdrawals, transactions, deposit, and assets. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck that in there to the Avengers, because they love those little domain names. And we'll make sure that, where did Crypto G go? Where did Crypto G? He might like that one. So if he was like me, and we'll go back to screenshots. There we go, Anti-Form Alliance, and there. Alrighty, so we're just going to go listen to that page.
https://
There we go. See what happens there. Let's see if it doesn't read it to us.
Logo, Northcrest Capital, home, market, copy trading, assets, more in, smart order execution and automated investment solutions. Northcrest Capital's intelligent trading system empowers users to seize market opportunities with precision and efficiency. Copy trade with professional analysts. Benefit from expert insights and strategies. Copy top-performing analysts and trade with confidence. Top trading analysts. More, auto investment agreement to help you build wealth. Choose from flexible investment options and grow your assets with ease. Invite friends to earn rewards. Benefit from expert insights and strategies. Copy top-performing analysts and trade with confidence. News, more, from GME to global. How NexusX is redefining retail finance through structural design. The 9th of July 2025, 5 hours, 6 minutes, and 0 seconds. India's governance score rises for a second straight year, ending a 3-year decline.
All right, so we do
the
have
Chandler
something,
Index finds.
We do have something on the Wayback Machine, which is really interesting. And it was May. So May 2026. So what's this month? August. So 3 months ago, this domain name got scraped, which means it's probably been online for maybe 6 months, well, 8 months. It was all done at the same time. And if URL scan was working properly, it normally tells me the actual date, but I don't know why it has been a bit naughty lately. I'll just try it with this one here now. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, I tell you. Let's see if it's going to do what it's want to do. It's telling me nothing. But you get the idea. These companies have many domain names. They try to protect the golden eggs. The golden eggs is where they take your money. So anyway, it just showed you that. So Jackie Clover, maybe she was in the video, but we did scout that number. And if I did follow through, and I went to log in, we can actually register now, and that's where that would have taken me to that screen where I basically set up my whatever's. But anyway, we're not going to do that. We're just telling you how the scam is. But you might be sitting here thinking, I thought this was real and genuine, and I'm a part of a community, and I'm having a good old time, and rubbing my belly. What you might actually now be concerned about is it's going to fall over any day. And if you do make more money than you put in, that money's coming from new investors, and that's how these scams work. So I just wanted to tell you that. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. All right, so those identified, those identities employ histories, and the role now needs independent verification. So everything they claim they are, they need to prove it. The claim 10 years Northcrest agreement is a load of rubbish. Perhaps the clearest intentioned connection between the two operations appear to be the number, the NexusX slide. So here they are telling you basically they've been going for 10 years, but all the domain names were basically coming back telling us that 2025. So if that is the case, what ChatGPT will say here, because I'm getting good at this at the moment, that yeah, it's not uncommon for companies to rename themselves, but there normally is some sort of digital footprint behind it all. So don't get swayed by that. And I don't think I have any hecklers in the chat room at the moment telling me off for ruining their dream investment. But if you are in two minds and you still haven't come to your senses about this, a very new website for a supposed global opportunity, it's just ridiculous. Now remember, Nexus Trading Net, you can actually, I haven't got the software on me, but there are bits of software out there that will actually tell you how many daily visitors this website gets. Now, if you've got 500,000 customers or people logging into the system to do cut and paste trading every day, then you would see a lot more activity than I believe what you'd see 20 or 30 people a day looking at a website domain if you're lucky. So these are telltale signs that they're making unsubstantiated claims. So that's what we did. We went to the archive machine, we put the Nexus Trading, we found that it captured itself back on the last capture, the most recent one was the 16th of August, and the first one was actually the 9th of July. So as I said, if it turns up on the Wayback Machine, it can take up to 3 months, if not more, for a new domain name to be indexed by the Wayback Machine. So there's not 10 years worth of history with this name, only 3 months. That does not establish Nexus itself began operating, but it does give you some good general knowledge if you're trying to do your own research. That sits awkwardly because marketing tells visitors that tens of thousands around the world are joining right now. Well, I don't see any smoke coming off their website. Describing NexusX and Northcrest as global smart investment ecosystem. What a load of rubbish that is. The presentation itself says that Nexus was only founded in 2024. So we now have to match a much cleaner picture of what sits behind the polished Northcrest branding. So what I'm trying to get at here, guys, they're basically whatever they're saying doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. There's no consistencies. You can't see, look, just using Apple as an example, we could find the year the founder of Apple on their website. You wouldn't find another Apple website selling AirPods or laptops with inconsistent marketing. It would be exactly the same, especially if they had 500,000 customers. So it's all rubbish. All right, so now we've got multi-level structure, referral payments, ranked rewards, recruitment deadlines, and luxury cars, incentives, instructions to move members onto bond chat. So they're herding everyone into bond chat like a bunch of sheep. That is remarkably close to the experience described by the investor whose emails started this investigation. The next question is no longer simply what Northcrest Capital claims to be, it's whether the trading, the regulatory, corporate and professional credentials being supported, used to support the entire operation can actually be independent verified. So basically, everything they claim they are, there's no verification. We can't find it anywhere. We just found empty glasses, no liquid in them, empty. So the current operation uses that domain name, but just as we've been doing this presentation, we've actually now found another domain name. That's not the first Northcrest domain name I encountered. So we did actually find Northcrest Global without the hyphen. So let's go to that one there because I forgot that I found that. And let's see what happens when we go there. Look at that. Invalid SSS certificate. So now I decide that I'm just going to take that out, forget about the SS certificate, and now I'll probably get a warning just saying, or the same website. So that's not healthy, and that's not how websites load, just in case you're wondering. So, so we put that domain name also in the Wayback Machine, and we found that it had been saved 6 times since the 6th of March 2025 right through to August the 20th. Other domain names have also appeared around Northcrest operation, with behind MLM previously identified addresses such as, now I didn't actually know that. So that's interesting. So remember they were going through domain names all the time. So what it looks like they're doing is they now have got the domain name and hyphenated it BL, because that's the same website. And we can actually now add our version into that website, which we just found a second ago. And obviously and this one here is going to be the same. Isn't that clever? And I didn't even think I used behind MLM for this one. That's good. Anyway, he obviously has covered that in the past. I did not know he covered it. I'm sure I must have missed it. Maybe I've been doing too much blogs lately. But if you come here, Northcrest Capital. Oh, look, he has done it. Did not know that. Or maybe I did. There we go. Joining, and if you go down here enough, you'll probably just about guarantee, yep, there it is. So it's all human trafficking compound, the same. He's like me, Oz. He knows that it's coming out of the same Chinese hot pot in Cambodia, probably. There he is, co-founder, chairman. There we say goodbye to him. Yeah, so there you go. Interesting. Did I actually? Yeah, there you go. I didn't even know he'd covered that. But that was great because it shows you how good AI is doing its job exposing scams. But obviously, I just discovered another one, and it was called Zoom M. Zoom M. So I'm actually, alrighty. So what I'm going to do, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to rip the hem on your 90. We're going to go here, and we are going to edit that. We are going to find that, and we're going to take that back to there. And there we are. So what we're going to do is going to add a comma and put that name in there. And we won't hyphenate link it through because it will give them some traction in the search engines. We'll be a bit mean on that one. There we go. So now we've got 3 domain names, and we'll give Oz the credit for that as well. Brilliant. Right, so there we go. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. If a company needs to have 3 domain names for their sign-up platform, we're pretty much onto what they're doing. They're committing fraud. Simple, easy. Okay, but ChatGPT says changing websites is not evidence of fraud. Of course not. Companies migrate domain names and rebrand all the time. But when a business presents itself as a major international financial organization with serving over 500 active clients worldwide, its historical footprint becomes relevant. We can scrutinize that. Social media accounts gave me another way to test the story. So this was just, I've already gone through this really quick, but basically we looked at their subscribers. We found, like they had 50,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. They only had 65 videos. It's been going since 2009. However, their videos had only been go back 8 months. So that's just a load of rubbish. And you can tell by the viewers, you can literally purchase viewers if you want to on your YouTube channel, destroy it. When I examined it. Anyway, the channel says it joined in February 2019, not 2009, nearly had that right, which initially appears to give Northcrest a much longer online history, but we know that their videos don't go that far back, or they just deleted them all. Except the oldest publicly visible Northcrest branded video I could find, the oldest video I could find is was only 8 months old. That does not prove the channel was purchased, but it's pretty evident that it was. It could renamed or repurposed. I love the way it says that. That does not prove that the channel was, and then it's going to say purchased, renamed, or repurposed. But that's what we are insinuating. But the way we say it means that they can't take us to court. I really like this. Previous videos could have been deleted. And they could have been made private. Who knows? But we do know the truth. The account may simply remain dormant. Yeah, they decided not to use it for 10 years or whatever it is, 7 years. But the distinction is important. A YouTube channel created in 2019 is not evidence that Northcrest Capital itself has been operating since 2019. No, it doesn't give me any proof. I went through the visible videos to see what history was actually documented rather than 10 years of company announcements, executive interviews, investment presentations, or detailed discussions of trading performance. I found curated series of polished promotional videos generally around 1 minute long. So they're all this AI shit. What do they call it? There's a word that people call it. I don't know what they call it.
AI slop.
That's I had that. I had that there, man. AI slop. That's exactly it. You know, brilliant. There's Nev. Good on you, mate. So it's pretty consistent. Trust, confidence, security, AI, resilience, structure, foresight, long-term investing. So they're all the same shit, different day. Nothing really, after, investigating 13 of these like-minded scams, it's just exactly the same. Publicly visible channel, therefore, looks less like an archive document. Oh, I'm not even saying that right now. I'm just going to read it.
The publicly visible channel therefore looked less like an archive documenting years of Northcrest Capital's development, and more like a recent corporate brand building campaign.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Don't think we need to have a look at it, but just trust me, 1 minute videos aren't really going to save you from give you any legitimacy. So we've got 50,000 subscribers. It's a lot of energy to get 50,000 subscribers, or it's a little bit of money. You probably pay about $1,000 and you can get 50,000 subscribers. They're all from those poker's countries. I've done videos on buying fake subscribers and what the detrimental effects it can have on your YouTube channel. It's engagement that the search engines look at. So that's why YouTubers are always asking you to like and subscribe. And there's a great time to tell you guys to like and subscribe, isn't it? Right, you watch this little thing pop up. It's not complicated. If I got my hand right, that bell, if you hit that bell when you subscribe, you'll be notified when I go live. And every time somebody subscribes, I always get Sadie to come and she cleans the windows. She's didn't get paid anything around here, but she works really hard to clean windows, and she's quite nice. She doesn't talk very much. She just hides under the desk waiting for my next thing. But it keeps your screen clean, you see. If you have a clean screen, you'll be able to look at my my words on my screen a lot better. Alrighty, so there we go. So now we've got all the stats that we know are fake, so there's no point really reading out that amazing number of 50,000 people. But then we started looking at their other social media, right? So we went to their Instagram, 40,000 followers. We went to their TikTok, 70,000 followers. And then we went to their X account, and it had only 5,500 followers. A lot harder to get them on Elon Musk's platform, isn't it? Anyway, so that's the same sort of illusion that people may not realize. It's just all fake shit. Always look at the engagement. It's not rocket science. So taking all that rubbish together, none of that proves that they exist earlier than the 8-month window that we've seen to put the timeline on. The social media numbers created the appearance of an established financial brand. The history behind the appearance was much harder to establish. So basically, you didn't fool us, you silly idiots. We're not all stupid. So who really is behind Northcrest Capital? Well, it's a big question, isn't it? I think I showed you a wee glimpse of that just a wee while ago. There's these guys here that look like they come out of human trafficking compounds, and you can read all about it. They've already shut down a whole lot of these websites, but that guy there, not a nice guy. And if you come down a bit further, he's not a nice guy either. And then that guy there, he's not happy now. He got arrested, you see. But whether that's all for show, we don't know. But as we say to a lot of people, just because you're having a wee tickle and a wee play and you think you know better than we do, and you'll just put a little bit of money in and you're going to pull your money out before everyone else does, like everyone thinks they can, you're just basically fueling these human trafficking compounds where these scams come out of. And if you haven't woken up to that, it's kind of like saying there's a whole lot of kids starving in the world, and because you're not hungry, it doesn't affect you. And that's the same. If you're going to participate with these scams, you're actually feeding the monster of these human trafficking compounds. Now, I've got access to about 200 videos. I've seen people actually jump off buildings to their death, literally because they have been beaten up, tortured, buried alive. I've got all the videos of people showing us that sort of stuff, and it's absolutely horrendous. I got given those videos by a company that was putting together a presentation for the United Nations to show them all the human trafficking compounds, and it's just absolutely gutting. It always sticks in my head even thinking about these videos that I've got in my brain now. But you're not actually feeding some company in America. You're actually feeding some organization that runs these human trafficking compounds. So wake up. If you don't want to wake up, then that's very sad. All right, the name that keeps appearing is this Ethan Carter. He describes himself as this chief Strategic Innovation Officer. I'm sure he is a very nice fella, but he doesn't really exist. He's not a real person. He's just some idiot that they've given a name to. And if you haven't researched it and you haven't figured that out, then you might as well talk to yourself. You'll get more sense out of it. And I'm not going to talk about him too much because we're rushing through this one. The entry called Northcrest Capital Limited filed a D form in the United States Exchange Commission. Now, if you don't know what that is, I haven't got a link to it, but it will be just some silly place where they submit a form to actually claim that they are excluded from some sort of, I've forgotten what it is, but it's called a 506C offering, and you can file a form. Even I could do it if I wanted to, and it just means that my name turns up when you look on the SEC website, and it doesn't mean that I'm approved. Even the form itself will tell you that it doesn't mean shit, but these scam companies keep using it because people don't understand what it means, and it doesn't mean they're approved. It doesn't mean they have a license. It actually means absolutely shit. But they file an exemption form, and the exemption form never gets completed. I don't know why the SEC allow people to have these forms with their names on it, on their domain name. It's just batshit crazy. But if I was, if I did do a search and I went for SEC Northcrest Capital, I might be lucky enough. Northcrest Management, and here we go. Be alert. So up comes an alert, an investor warning. So this is exactly what I was talking about.
When investing, be alert to these common scams. Investment offers implying SEC endorsement. Fraudsters may refer to the SEC as a way of convincing potential investors that the fraudulent investment opportunity is legitimate. The SEC does not approve or endorse any particular securities, issuers, products, services, professional credentials, firms, or individuals, and does not allow private entities to use its government seal. Read the full alert on investment offers implying SEC endorsement, investor.gov. Relationship investment scams. Fraudsters may exploit personal or professional relationships to gain trust and convince you to invest in fraudulent schemes. Always verify credentials and never rely solely on personal connections. Learn more about relationship scams. Investor.gov. Impersonation of professionals and firms. Scammers often pose as legitimate investment professionals or well-known firms using fake websites, encrypted message apps, emails, or social media profiles. Confirm identities through official regulatory resources like the SEC IAPD, advisorinfosec.gov, or FINRA. Broker check before sending money or sharing personal information. Read the full alert on impersonation fraud. Investor.gov. Tip: avoid pressure tactics. Be wary of urgent requests and be cautious of unsolicited offers.
Wow, blow me down with a rattlesnake. But that's the first time ever I've had that pop up on my screen when I've gone to this site, and that's actually worth fixing that up. Because what I'm going to do, we're going to go back to the website now. Got me all excited now, and we're going to all right, so we're going to grab that. We're going to go here. We're going to grab that lovely little image that I've just created. All right, we're going to do it. And then we're going to put that. I don't know if that's the right caption, but that will do for now. Whoops. I've done the wrong way. ER. Right, and what that means, we're going to have this warning up here. And now I'm going to make that size. I'm going to make that 400 wide, upgrade, and also we're actually going to link to that there, because that there shows the actual form that they use to fool people. So what you see here is registration status, and it says approved, and it's approved back in, so if I'm looking at this here, and it's not even the right one, is it? Northcrest Asset Management. So if I was to go back to that that form, I would have to go north. See, what I'm saying is there could actually be a legitimate company out there called Northcrest Asset Management. But this company is not called Northcrest Asset Management. It's called Northcrest Capital. So don't be fooled. And look, if you can see my screen, because I've got another screen on my screen. 1 minute, please, call it. You see what I'm getting at? This company is actually called Northcrest Capital, no space, limited. So now I come back to here, and you would think that if I search for that company, I'll be able to search. There's nothing. So then if I put the capital in spaces, give them a bit of grace, nothing. But if I just search for Northcrest, now we've got a whole lot of them. So how many have we got? We've got page 1 of 1. Well, that's good. So let's look at these names. And I can't see it. I don't even know how I managed to get where I was before. But what I'm going to try to do to help you guys, in case you're wondering, I think I've got it wrong here or something. There's a company out there called Northcrest Asset Management. I can guarantee you it's not the company that we're looking at. So let's just do a search for that company and see what comes up. And look, Northcrest Asset Management. So this company, I don't know, I haven't done a research on it, but this company could be legitimate. And they have a license. So these scammers have just picked a similar name, like BlackRock, not to be mistaken as BlackRock. BlackRock. And now we're going to go off to their social media and have a look and see if it's the same. So this one here is wealthenhance.com. They've got a LinkedIn page and they've got a phone number and they've got 4,600 followers, which is more respectable. So I'm assuming just with a glance that this is actually more legitimate and a real company. Now these people here that you see here, I hate to think, I don't know if they are, but anyway, I'm hoping there's some red flags here already, but I don't think your staff really want their faces all over the internet. But then you're seeing these sort of photos and you're starting to think, oh, maybe this is a legitimate company. That looks like where Christopher Delgado went and did his food, just saying. Hey, but I'd have more, I would have more faith in this company being the real deal. Like you could even ring up that McDonald's. I bet I could find that McDonald's, Ronald McDonald House in Caroline, and actually say, did you have people come and do your garden? And they'll probably go, oh yeah, we do all the time. We can validate these people. This looks really legit, but it's not rocket science here, is it, guys? Here we go. Look, we've got X and we've got 1,281 followers. This is normal. Sort of, this is legitimate in my eyes. It's got 7 connections, whatever. 3 months ago they posted something. You know what I'm getting at. So that's quite funny, isn't it? So, long story short, what I'm going to do is, if I go to I still want to keep that SEC thing, but I can't link to here. I really need to go and get rid of that number somehow, don't I? I need to clear the search. I need to, if we go firm, individual, hold on a minute. I might find something here in a minute. That might be where I went wrong last time. If I search for Northcrest, search, yeah, so there's only one. Oh, that's just crazy. That's funny. All right, I'm just going to see if I can actually link to that page of that, bringing up that. Yep, that's what I want. All right, so now I can go back to my thingy here. I can actually make that link through. And if anyone wants to, they can do a wee searchy worch and go away and search the SEC's database. Hold it. Well, I'm just getting disheartened here. I want to go back to here. Oh, that's not going to work. Firm. It doesn't work. I want to go back to, I can't spell it. There it is. North Cap. Boom. There. Oh, there it is. Northcrest. Not. Okay. So now we can go here and we search for firm. And I think it would be worthwhile me going in here somehow, making a wee note of that so people know that had quite not EC approved. And then maybe I'll just put that in bracket, not not. I think that might be interesting. I don't know if that's going to be a goal. Not SEC approved. Right, update. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so now let's save it. Susie's going to tell me off. So that's not Susie. That's good. All right, so now what I'm doing is if I come back to refresh this, and now we have an alert that pops up, and it tells you, and that hopefully will educate people, and we'll use that image later on. So more importantly, the filing describes an equity offering. That's not what New Zealand investors described to me. They did not tell, oh, okay, so maybe there was a company in there at one point that did come up. And I'm just not sure. Have I got after all that there, I think I might have stuffed up. Have I got the right form? This one here, filing. Okay, maybe I just stuffed that whole thing up. So let's go back and let's search for this. And I got it right eventually. Do I get brownie points for that? Guess not, huh? Get rid of that. There it is. So now we're going to search for that company. And there's no companies filing for that. So if this was where I was meant to search, search filings, submit filings, database research, Northcrest, search by, oh, here we go. Oh, it is there. Look at that. So here they are. Oh, so that's what they do. Oh, I've actually stuffed up quite majorly there, haven't I? All right, so that's a shame. So we've got a filing. Oh, this is a pain. So that means I'm going to actually have to get rid of that. I have to fix it all now. I have to undo everything I did and put it back without you guys noticing. So shut your eyes for a second. So that box I think is quite interesting, but when I take that out, I've now got to go fix up the code that's in there. Welcome to my life. Where's that code gone? Oh, there it is. Yeah, the code there, because that doesn't exist anymore. And now what we want to do is we want to make that filing Eric Carter. And what did we call that? Okay. Oh, there it is, database. So that's the thing there. Okay, so we need to make that bold. We make that link and we can make that go through. All right, I think we're going to be back on track in a minute. Oh, somebody stop me before I go down that rabbit hole next time. All righty, so what we could have done is we could look at this and we're going to go like that. And we were looking at that going, oh, doesn't that look cool? But now when you hit refresh, it will disappear. There we go. And we've got our sentence back. But instead of the box that we loved with the that we spent all that time doing, we now have got the SCC's EGAR database. And then it takes you straight to there. So when you look at those forms, and this is what I'm familiar at looking at, you can actually go to the bottom of the form and it actually tells you that does not, so what's this say?
This undertaking does not affect any limits. Section 102 of the National Securities Markets Improvement Act of 1996, NSMIA, Pub. L number 104-290, 110 Stat 3416, October 11, 1996, imposes on the ability of states to require information. As a result, if the securities that are the subject of this Form D are covered securities for purposes of NSMIA, whether in all instances or due to the nature of the offering that is the subject of this Form D, states cannot routinely require offering materials under this undertaking or otherwise, and can require offering materials only to the extent NSMIA permits them to do so under NSMIA's preservation of their anti-fraud authority.
It doesn't really.
The Securities and Exchange Commission has not necessarily reviewed the information in this filing, and has not determined if it is accurate and complete. The reader should not assume that the information is accurate and complete.
Why? I don't understand why they allow this form to be on here, because if it's confusing for me to get my head around it, then it should say, why is somebody allowed to pay $100 or $200, submit a form, and then have a form on here that looks like they are they have filed some official paperwork. It's just bullshit. And I don't know who this guy Mark is, but anyway, at least we've given the people the form. Mark, so on LinkedIn, there he is, got 22 followers. He's in Los Angeles. He just discovered LinkedIn. When did he discover LinkedIn? He doesn't even say when he discovered LinkedIn. Connect, report about this member. August 2023. Updated over a year ago. So yeah, anyway, get the idea here that they're not approved. It's just a form that they've managed to get on the SEC's website, and we've been down that road many times before, and I'm sorry if I didn't explain it very well. So they describe depositing, so that the New Zealander that I talked to put another $500 into this scheme, hoping he could trade his way out of the mess he got himself into. He saw apparent trading profits, encountering recruit, and then all of a sudden he was told obviously he had to recruit. So we pretty much got that. I don't know why we bring that up again. So they could be entirely separate arrangements. Obviously, questions, D forms. I'm just not going to read it all. I'm going to read those two though.
It also creates another question for Northcrest. If Mark Omorawa Edo is an executive and director of the Northcrest entity making securities filings in the United States, how does he relate to Ethan Carter and the people actually operating the platform, controlling investor deposits and making decisions about customer accounts? For a business asking people to trust it with their money, the chain of responsibility should not be difficult to establish.
I just saw some funny stuff here, so I'm just going to click on a few things, but I think we might have somebody in Nigeria running the show now. Who's this guy? Is that the same guy? President? Let's have a wee look. No, I don't think, don't know, but we have got warnings in Ghana about this opportunity, so let's see what happens there. Oh, was he actually in the company office? Reopen window. Yeah, so in here, that's interesting. So we've got the company's house dissolved. So the company's already dissolved, is that right? Is that what we're finding? View statement. I don't even know if it's the same guy, but it's kind of funny, isn't it? Oh, it's a company called that. See, they just would have grabbed anybody's name and then started poking this shit up. That's what they do. Who's that guy? Sneakers. Good on you, mate. Analyst summary. April. Private company. Pictures dissolved. So it looks like we've we are fixing the barn doors after the horse has bolted. Anyway, I don't know if you're still with me, but that's very exciting, Danny. All right, so opportunity and recruitment question. So we're not going to rave on about that, but look, it's all about recruitment. If no one recruited this scheme, it would be over. If you have to go to Bond Chat and be drawn into a community and spend 60-80% of your day looking at figures and listening to rah-rah messages from other members who are hoping that they're not going to lose their deposit, then it's a scam. And if it's so damn good, why do you need to bring in new investors? The small profit does not immediately establish that a corresponding stock trade actually occurred. So there's no real trading going on. That's all I'm going to say about that section. If you think it's real, then prove it's real on the blockchain, because that's why everyone loves crypto, because you can prove everything that happens on the blockchain. It's not rocket science. Then his account was closed, which we talked about. He was locked out of Bond Chat. He couldn't get in there anymore. So what happened to the investors' money when it closed down? Did they refund him? No, they ran away with it and said, nah. So he could have theoretically, there's no reason why he couldn't have withdrawn his $550. But if he's got no access, he's not going to be able to do that. So put your money into these platforms. You might as well kiss your ass goodbye. That's really following the cryptocurrency. This is where it really got exciting for us, because we took it to a new level, and this is why I'm rushing through the blog, because I want to show you guys something cool. So he was told to deposit money into one of these 4 wallet addresses, right? That was enough for us. These wallet addresses are like gold for us. So I gave it to our forensic expert, Crypto G, and he sat there for 400 years and just studied them like that. Every number meant something. And he's done an amazing job. So let's have a look at that. I'm not yet describing, I couldn't really verify whether they were associated with Northcrest Capital. It could have been a diversion. Who knows? So that's why we dug deeper. It may also allow these addresses to be compared with wallet connected to other investment opportunities. Now think about that. We actually managed to, last time we grabbed these wallet addresses, Zach XBT, a blockchain forensic expert, picked them up and managed to track $91 million being laundered through the internet on OKX and also Coinbase. And Zach actually managed to freeze $41.5 million worth of investors' funds from getting stolen or getting into the hands of the criminals. So that's what we use these addresses for, not only to freeze money, and I don't know if we can get that freeze funds back to the victims, but we also use it to see if it's associated to the same scam. And you would not believe it. That's why we come out many a times. We find that one address and we can prove that it's linked to another scam. And that just really upsets us that people keep falling for these scams. They put a new skin on the website, change the name, give it a new logo, and you guys sit there and go, it's brand new, it's not the same. And we can see on the blockchain that they're operating around the same way. So if you really want to do the good stuff, it's blockchain tells a different story. Now we're starting to expand the Avenger Anti-Fraud Alliance. Now, just today, for the first time ever, probably no one knows this, Crypto G spends hours and hours of time. And if you go to my website, you can see I've got the support me thing, and it brings up a box and it goes to Ko-Fi, and basically you can donate money to help keep us all going. So Crypto G is now set up his own support Ko-Fi page. So you can go along to the Ko-Fi page and you can actually donate to him. Give him $5 or put yourself on his monthly fees, and you can donate that money to help support the work that we do as Avengers. And that's really, really cool. Now, I ideally want all Avengers to actually be able to actually get some money for the time they spend. And, Ko-Fi has been the best thing that's happened to me lately. I use Buy Me a Cup of Coffee in Ko-Fi, but Ko-Fi is really, really cool. The only thing I'm going to get him to do is update his new logo. That money goes directly to Crypto G, and you can see taking deposits. So Nexus Northcrest Capital is still in operation. Now, I'm hoping that if you go to read his full report, you'll see this, and I don't know what that actually means, so I'm just going to read that again.
NexusX and Northcrest Capital. Not pooled, not shared, yours.
Don't know what that means, but you can go through here, and if you are participating in this opportunity and you think it's real, so isn't this incredible? I think 1.4 million.
That is what the recruitment video tells you happens to your deposit. This report follows $500 from one investor's wallet and shows what actually happened to it. Pooled with other people's money inside 4 minutes, in a network that has moved $1.46 million.
Oh, so that's just shocking. So this $1.4 million has been moved from what I thought was a tiny tinsy-pincy wee scam. And, it all links together through the blockchain, which is absolutely batshit crazy. And the money landed on the platform and then disappeared 4 minutes later. That just tells you that they're just making sure they're keeping it lean so no one can grab it back. But if you go through this whole presentation of Crypto G's, we've now located 390 people in 1,011 transfers. Throughout one wallet and 16 transfers of $618. And the investment deposits from investors deposit landing to being swept away. So normally within 8 hours of the money landed on the platform, it's taken away. So that money's not being taken away to do trades, it's been taken away. Your money is held securely on your own personal account within CC platform, not pooled, not shared, not yours. So come down here, you can actually read the whole report. It's friggin' insane. Yeah, so this is what Crypto G has done for us. This is amazing stuff. So if you want to have a look at a report that he's done, and if you did want to give him a Ko-Fi donation, it'd be the first one. You can actually find the link in my chat room, and you can just go to cryptog.uk, and you can find his website, and you can find reports. And that's what we're going to be doing from now on. Oh, look at that. He spelled it exactly the same way I did. That's just fantastic. Recruitment from wreckage of earlier scheme. So the earlier schemes, obviously BG Wealth Sharing. He explains all that. He looks at those wallet addresses, which I'd love to be able to click on and do, which I might do that one day. He looks at the activity, the intensity of the activity. He can see all the wallets that's associated with. Isn't this just friggin' incredible? I just love the fact that we can actually provide this as a service now. So we're trying to figure out how much he should charge for putting together this information, because some people invest, hundreds of thousands of dollars in some of these schemes. And look at this. Does this do what I think it does? Oh, it does. Look at that. This is so awesome. This is amazing. He's incredible. I just can't get over the fact that he's done all this. He better not get too clever at it. Put me out of work. What members receive and what is left by the other route. So this is probably what comes in, and this is probably what's been going out. So I assume they keep a little bit of money in there for some reason. Don't know what that is. But you can read this, you can understand it. I'm not a crypto guy, but the fact that he's put together a report like this actually blows me away. The result itself, if you deposit 1.2 a day, that's 438% a year. Simple. So how ridiculous is that? If the world economy was going up that fast, or there's that much money to be made in such a short period of time, you really need your head read. And you can live in hope. But let's see. I'm be curious if he's done this report. Ah, look at that. So he went to the same one I went to. Advisor Public. So that's brilliant that he's done that. SEC generated investment form. That's cool. A founder with a Wall Street CV. Brilliant. But can't find him anywhere digitally. No two groups, but three. 390 addresses. And he shows you all this stuff. So this is what I love. Well, this is what Crypto G loves about the blockchain, is nothing can be hidden. And when you're doing cash apps and Zen payments to people, it's even pathetic. But you can shut those down and sometimes get a refund. But here we go. Look at that. What is it? Oh, so he's actually done really cool. So I think I'm going to have a look at all those. Do they open up? They do. He's done what I want to. He's done everything I want to and more. So I'll be able to now look at those. Oh, I don't want to look at that one. Okay, so here we go. This is active. So that means we can actually go into transfers, and I can see 16 hours ago, $10, somebody took out $160. Somebody took out. Now, when I say somebody took out, it's probably them transferring money away. And I can guarantee you, if I come in here enough, I'm actually going to find the consistent amounts of money being bricked away. I'll see if I can find one, and I'll show you. No. So 19 minutes ago, what's that there? That must be an exchange account. Yeah, that's an exchange account. Let's forget about that one. That's just going to confuse us. $39. Let's have a look at that one. Transfers. And now we should find 50. Yeah, so this is the sort of stuff I was talking about. I'm not exactly sure what I'm talking about, but you normally see $50,000 in and out. And there's all these big amounts that are often consistent, but all normally they're under 10 grand. So I don't know how they get traced, but you can see the type of money. I don't even know if that's $11 or $11,000. I'm not very clever. Let's carry on. Let's see if we can do some more stuff. So you can understand the $500 in, $300 in, $1,000 in, 2, 100, 100, 50, 50, 50, 50, 200, 600. These are probably deposits from people that are thinking they're going to be rich. They just need to keep living the dream. This is more like what I was looking for: 14,000, 22, 10, 32, all round figures, meaning manually done. 29 minutes ago, $14,000 come in or went out. I don't know. But anyway, if you go back to his investigation or his report, you can actually see the connection wallet. So he's labeled them all for us. Isn't that brilliant? Distribution wallet. So that's the one there. So if I go, what I really want to do is click on that one. And this is what we do sometimes to make my life easier, is if you're looking at these wallets, you can give it a private name. And you can call it distribution wallet. And you can come along here. Hold up, what have we got here? 1 minute, please, caller. Northcrest. Alrighty. And you can put it a Northwest distribution wallet. And next time I'm looking at here, if I see that Northcrest distribution wallet, it will come up. And now what I can do is I can come down here and go to transfers, and we should, no, it doesn't show us. But normally what happens if I click on that, you'll probably see money coming in and it will be labeled Northwest distribution wallet. But I can't see it because I'm not any good at this stuff. But isn't that cool? So yeah, that's what I do, is I label all these wallets. You can only label up to 5. Oh, there it goes. It's working. So here comes it came from, and then it got transferred to here. Now that's a TJK wallet. And if I look for a TKJ, no, I definitely don't know what I'm talking about, which isn't unusual. But hey, TK. But yeah, isn't that crazy? So you can imagine the value that Crypto G gives the Avengers. So yeah, it's absolutely batshit crazy. On the floor, deposits, he just knows how to read all that stuff. So that they're basically, thank you to the person that gave us those wallet addresses. That's what we can do with them. As we said, the blockchain isn't doing what they're saying they're doing, what they claim. Now, we went through every part of Crypto G's presentation, or not presentation, but his report, and we broke down exactly what he said. I used AI to basically describe it. There's his logo. We want to get him to update his logo to that one because it looks fantastic. Went through the central wallet. We tracked all the transactions. He says how much come in. So all the money that come in, 1.4 million, and what went out was basically the same amount of money. That's just ridiculous. And also it looks like it forks out to 2 different wallets. Pretty amazing. Payments match the recruitment scheme. Most recipients receive less than the minimum deposit. So he can track the person who maybe, I'm pretty sure this is what he's done, but I'm assuming that people that put $500 in never had more money than that in their wallet after they participated. I'm just guessing that's what he's saying. 0 crypto ever. Another finding deserves particular attention. Crypto G's report recorded Nexus promotional material stating 0 crypto ever. The association reportedly tells prospective members that the operation does not trade cryptocurrency and has no involvement with crypto wallets or signal currency products. Yet the investors who formed the starting point of this investigation says they were supplied with 4 cryptocurrency deposit addresses: the Tron, USBD, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And then what do they say? Basically, the US 500 was made using USDT over the Tron blockchain, and subsequent move the money to Crypto G conducted the investigation. So basically, I don't get it all, but look, that crypto stuff is pretty cool that he just reads that like a book. He eats that up. Okay, so if you want to download the forensic report and email it to a friend that may have been invested, you can come to my website, and I've created a PDF so you can have a look at that. And basically, it's a copy of that whole report in a PDF form. That's why we do that. Making the complete report available to investors, research journalists, regulators. If you guys want us to do any of those reports, you let us know. So if you looked at this company and you thought it was real and genuine, and you looked at the blockchain today, you might be surprised that that figure changes on a daily basis. And that means that of the 490 people that have participated in this, they are still hopeful that this is going to work. So if you do not believe me, and you do not believe Crypto G, and you do not care about where your money goes, and you think you're clever than the average bear, then go back to Northcrest if you know who they are and they email you, which I don't think they will. Their claims where they have 500,000 subscribers, even 500,000 active clients worldwide. Well, we just showed you on the blockchain there's 490 people. None of these questions require speculation. They should be able to provide these answers to these questions. So we gave them a right of reply. I emailed them to northcrestglobal.com. It didn't bounce back. We also found the Nexus email address, and I emailed them. I've got no response. So that's basically it, guys. It's probably a bit ridiculous to assume that this could get traction. This could be a scheme that took off, just like BG Wealth Sharing, and people could lose a lot of money. So all I'm saying to you guys is, look, please don't put your money into these platforms. Stop playing at the casino because it's just pointless. I mean, really, is it worth it? Is it worth all the drama? Are you being clever? Are you supporting human trafficking compounds? Look, 100%. I'd probably even say nearly go as far as to say I bet my life on it, but I'm not going to chuck my life away for that. But look, these guys are running these schemes. They all come out of human trafficking compounds. When you invest in these schemes, you're not actually doing anything for anything else. You're hoping that you are going to get something out of it. If you do get money out of it, congratulations. You're just the best person on the whole planet. But where does that money come from? You're stealing from other people that are friends of family of other people who may have been convinced to get into it. And I think it's disgusting. So I'm not going to sleep much, and I'm not going to stop chasing these scammers, because no matter, even if you think that the one that we're chasing at the moment is Novacast IPTV, if you think that's harmless, then why do you think it's harmless? If you think it's only $50 per month, it's a precursor for a lot of these other scams. It gets people into the zone of how to promote these people. Now think about this scam that we just looked at. The person had already lost money to BG Wealth Sharing, and then they got told, they didn't say by who, but I no doubt it's a dear family friend or a associate, that this was the new platform, and if they participated in this, they could trade their way out of the disaster they just got themselves into. That is batshit crazy. And if you are that person, no doubt you will be now looking for another opportunity, and you've got the bug. And because you might have made a lot of money on the first one, you're just hoping that there's going to be another scheme out there that pays. Now, we've all been to the casino. I have, and I've bet, and I've won $300, $400 in a night, thinking I'm just amazing. Every single penny of that money went back next time I went to the casino, because I thought, well, I'm up on the ante, I've got money to lose. Before you know it, the casino always wins. Don't think that these investment opportunities are you're going to be clever, because these are very clever, sophisticated things. So hope you've enjoyed that. I will see you guys in the next video. And I've basically done my dash on Northcrest Capital and their stupid idiot exchange. Just before I go though, I want to say, if you go to my YouTube channel, as I mentioned earlier on, if you go to our live section, I've got some videos coming up in the next 5 days, and they will be pretty cool. So by all means, check them out, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're here for the next video. And Nev, if you're still there, thank you very much. You've been a bit of dark horse here in the background, but that's me. I'm out. It's Wednesday, I think. Wednesday. Thanks for that. Hey, you're in the same day zone, aren't you?
Yeah, that's why I'm able to hang around all day. We're in similar time zones.
Yeah, no, that's cool. All right, mate. I'll catch you in the next video, and thank you, everyone. Yep. We'll be here. Nev's always here. Nev's like just about like the furniture.
Always watching.
He's always watching. Gathering intel. All right. See you guys. Thanks for watching.